sorry, a little loud there. Alright, let me check a couple things real quick. Okay, that looks good. Alright, I can see my stream fine. Let me just refresh it. Okay. Alright, game I've had sitting around a couple months and still haven't touched. Dune Imperium. I love Dune, including the David Lynch movie. But all the books, good stuff. So yeah, Dune Imperium. And when I got this game a couple months ago, I had completely forgotten that they're making they're remaking Dune. Until then, until they release that, there's this. Alright, so Dune Imperium. 1 to 4 players. I'm playing it 1 player, solo. If you play 2 players, you have 1 rival, which is like an AI character. If you're playing solo, you have 2 of them, and 3 or 4 players, well, that's all you get. They're all human controlled. Okay, so characters you have to pick from. There are Paul and Duke Leto Atreides. I'm going with Leto Atreides because, well, I can't tell if that's supposed to be somebody, but like Beast Raban, I mean, that picture really looks the way they've drawn it like that's supposed to be Dave Bautista, so I'm guessing he plays Glossu Raban in the new movie. And yeah, I can't tell who that's supposed to be. That looks vaguely Carl Urbanish, but I don't know. I'd have to go look and see who's in the movie. This guy, whatever. I'll take Kyle MacLachlan. No idea who Baron Harkonnen is. These other characters, Countess Ariana Torvald and Earl Memnon Torvald. I don't remember the Torvalds. They must be in the book somewhere. I remember the Richezes, at least the names. Yeah, Count Ilban Richez and Helena Richez. Don't really remember them too well, but I do remember their names. Alright, so if you're playing solo, you have to play against 2 AI characters, and it says you cannot have them be Helena or Paul. And it recommends the first time you play to go up against these 2. Glossu Raban and Earl Memnon Torvald. So I'm doing that. The characters all have a I guess, complexity meter. They're either 1, 2, or a couple that are 3. And it says you should do 1 the first time, but that's no fun. I want to be Jürgen Prochnow. Well, no, whoever that is in the new movie, but I'm sticking with Jürgen Prochnow, whatever his name is, from David Lynch's Dune. That way I can have Fade Routh be Sting, and Patrick Stewart can be in it. And plenty of other people. Alright, so let's see. So, solo setup. When you're playing solo, you have this deck of cards here, House Hagal, which I put on the board where there's just nothing there, just because I don't have a lot of space. These will determine what the rivals do. If you're just playing with human characters, you don't have those. There are 4 factions over here, the Fremen, Bene Gesserit, Spacing Guild, and the Emperor, where you can gain influence with them. And then you get rewards for doing that. The main thing you're trying to do is get victory points. As soon as someone gets to 10 victory points, or you go through the whole conflict deck, the game will end, and then whoever has the most victory points wins. You can get victory points by gaining enough influence with them. And there are all these other spaces you can go on where stuff happens. Over here we have some cards you can buy. There are these 3 stacks are just a bunch of the same card, and you can buy those at any time. Well, fold space, you can't buy those. You have to go to the fold space location over there. And then at any point you have 5 cards out here that you can purchase during one phase of the game. I'm going to turn these over and see what they are. Anytime one of these gets purchased, you draw another one. So since I don't have much space, I'm just going to put one on top of there. All right. So I don't know what any of these cards are because outside of sleeving them, I've not looked at any of these. And even doing that, I mean, I just left them on this side. So I don't know what any of these things do. This is the first time I'm playing it. All I've done is read the rules a couple times. So good chance I'll do some stuff wrong. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing yet, since I've never done it. So I can buy these later on. Now, when you're playing solo, you pick a difficulty level, and since I have not played before, I'm picking Mercenary, the lowest. Then there's Sardaukar, Mentat, and then Kwisatz Haderach. So those are the difficulty levels. Let's see. When you're playing solo, you and your rivals each start with 1 water. I didn't do that. So they each have a water, and I have a water. There's also the money, Solari. Spice. I mean, it is Dune after all. You need spice. The spice must flow. Since, as we know, he who controls the spice controls the universe. Everybody starts with water. If I'm playing on the easiest difficulty, I also get 1 Solari and 1 spice. All right, so I get 1 of each of those resources, since I'm playing on easy mode. And then I start with 3 troops in my garrison. The 2 AI players do not start with any because I'm playing on easy. Go far enough down the conflict deck, they're going to get their sword masters, which, well, basically gives them more things to do during a turn. That happens later on than it would if I were playing on a more difficult level. Rivals don't get any extra starting resources, and Mentat only costs 2 Solari instead of 5. All right. Oh, see, and they already have a mistake. They misquoted Frank Herbert down here. Whoever controls the spice controls the universe. That's not what he said. Misquote. Silly. All right. I'll probably have to refer to the rule book here and there as I go, since I've never played. Now, playing solo, well, the beast Raban's going to have be the first player on the first turn, and then that rotates. I'll be first player last. The first thing we do, here, we'll get out another card to have. Put it somewhere for now. What happens during the round? First, we turn over a conflict card, and at the top there's a level 1. There are a few of those. You only draw 1 of them and put it on top of this, so that's somewhat random. And then there are 5 of these level 2s. That's also somewhat random because there are 10 total. You draw 5 of them, and then on the bottom there are 4 level 3s, and there are only 4, so the only randomness is the order. All right, so this is skirmish. So at the end of the round, rewards will be put out based on who has the most strength in combat. Whoever's first gets to increase their influence on, I guess, any of the factions by 1 and gets 2 Solari. Whoever comes in second gets 3 Solari, and third place doesn't get used if there are only 3 players. So that one doesn't get used. All right. Okay. So we do that, and then I have to draw 5 cards. The AI players don't draw any cards. I have my deck here that starts off with 10 cards, and I mean, they're shuffled, but other than that, you start off with the same 10 cards. Later on, I can add stuff. So I draw 5 of these. Okay, reconnaissance, signet ring, dagger, diplomacy, and dagger. Okay. You know what? Let's just put all this stuff on here. Now I have a little more room too. I'm going to put my hand up here. What else do I need for them? Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I have those 5 cards. Now we go to player turns. Raban goes first, and for the AI characters, they don't have a deck. Well, they don't have a hand like this to use, so we draw one of these from House Hagal, and that's going to determine each of them has 2 agents. Later on, they'll have 3 once they get their Sword Master. So first, Raban is going to go, and we'll see what he does. So, fold space. So this says he puts an agent on fold space. He doesn't actually get whatever bonus there is on here, but he does get 1 influence with the Spacing Guild, and then this part also doesn't matter. All right, but that'll prevent me from getting to put an agent there. Okay, let's see, discard for these, that can be over here. Now Earl Memnon Torvald will go and do the same thing. Harvest Spice. So his agent is going to go to one of these areas. Send an agent to the space with the most bonus spice. Well, right now none of these have any bonus spice. These are where the sandworms are. Space with the most bonus spice or total spice if tied. If no spaces have bonus spice, reveal another card. Oh, well, none of the spaces have any bonus spice, so nope. Do another one, okay. Selective breeding. So Earl Memnon Torvald's going to put an agent here on selective breeding, and instead of doing any of the stuff on there and paying the cost that would have to be paid, instead, well, just gets 1 influence with the Bene Gesserit. Those horrible witches. Okay, so my turn. Alright, so what I get to do is I get to choose one of these cards I'm going to play. And whatever card I play, like if I played Reconnaissance, well, I have 2 agents, so I can play 2 cards. Although, I'll do one, and then they get to go, and then I'll get to do another one. So like if I play Reconnaissance, there's a blue circle symbol on there. Those are the populated places of Arrakeen. Excuse me, of Arrakis. Arrakeens a city. There's Arrakeen right there, or Carthage, or whatever. I can place an agent on one of those, although this one has a cost. To put an agent here, I have to pay 2 water. The other ones don't have a cost, well, except Siege Tabor, I have to have 2 influence with the Fremen, which I don't. I have 0 influence. So I can't go to either one of those because I don't have the resources. I can put my agent on either one of those, and then I get a reward. This would be, I get to recruit 1 troop, and then I get to draw an intrigue card. If I put one here, I get to recruit 1 troop, and then I also get to draw another card from my hand. So that would be if I played this. And then this box down here, you would also do whatever that says. But that doesn't say anything. The only one that does is the signet ring. Which, if I played this card, well, I could put an agent on either one of these 3. So basically, anything over here get the bonus from whatever. And then also play whatever my signet ring does, which is for 1 spice, I gain 1 influence with a faction where an opponent has more influence than you. All right, so I have 1 spice. So if I played this, I could spend my 1 spice to increase my influence with either one of these two. Okay. And you start off with fairly weak cards. Dagger, I mean, that doesn't really, the dagger part of that is irrelevant. It's just, you can put an agent on one of the Landsdrad places. But outside of Hall of Oratory, those all cost Solari. So I can't, and I only have 1. So I can't really do any of those. Okay. Or Diplomacy. Diplomacy is I can just place an agent on any of these spaces. Although Hardy Warriors, I need to spend a water. Highliner, I'd need 6 spice. Here I'd need 4 spice. So, I don't know. And not having played before, I have no idea what would be a good move here. So we'll just do something. I'm playing on easy at least, so I guess, you know, we'll find out. Well, since I have a spice, and I'll get to go again. So since I have a spice, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the signet ring. Now, where do I want to go? So yeah, basically anything except these, as long as I have the resources for it. Now, one I definitely want to get is Swordmaster. That gives you your 3rd agent, and then you'll get to put 3 agents out there during a round instead of just 2. The 2 AI characters, they're going to get that after a few rounds. Now, the skirmish part, so to win this, you need to have the most troops in here. And whenever you put a character on a combat place that has the 2 clashing swords, so like if I went to Carthage here, I would recruit 1 troop, and I could put it in my garrison, or I can put it in combat since this is a combat space. Then whenever you put an agent on a combat space, you can also take up to 2 troops from your garrison and put them in combat. At the end of the round, whoever has the most strength, which is mostly from your troops that are in combat. Oh, I don't have their tokens. Whoever has the highest strength wins the combat, and yeah, it'd be 1 influence on whoever I want and 2 Solari. Second place will get 3 Solari. So, let's see. What would be good? And they also need their little control markers. So yeah, so I think I want to do this. It's just a matter of what do I want? Well, yeah, I can't go there or there or there. I don't qualify for those. I could go here and get 2 spice, plus any extra spice, except there isn't any yet. Yeah, I could go here, recruit a troop and get an intrigue card, recruit a troop and draw another card. I could go up here and get 1 persuasion. That's what you use to spend cards later on. Or I can go here and get 3 Solari. As I said, I think the one thing I want to do more than anything else is get that 8 Solari. Being in combat, though, will get me 2. So I think, if I win, or 3 if I come in second, I think I'm going to go, I don't know, how about here? Get an intrigue card. Maybe that's good. All right, so I get to recruit 1 troop, and I am putting it in combat, and I'm putting 2 of my garrison troops in combat. Oh, they had the extra thing you could buy for this, so that like everything's replaced with miniatures instead of any of these like little wooden cubes and stuff, but I think it made the game, I think the miniatures cost more than the actual game, which I thought was silly. All right, so I'm going to do that. So I got my troop, and then I also get one intrigue card. And this is double cross. So this is a plot. I can play this whenever I'm deploying an agent or doing the reveal phase, which will come soon enough. Let's see. For one Solari, an opponent of your choice loses one troop in the conflict, and you deploy one troop from your supply to the conflict. All right. Well, I hang on to that, and I can use that whenever. I'll just hold on to that for now. Well, they don't have any troops over here. Okay. So I guess I'm all done. Let me pull out the solo rules again and make sure I'm not missing anything. They take agent turns. So, well, it says over here. When a rival takes an agent turn, yeah, reveal the top card there, blah, blah, blah. Anytime a rival sends an agent to a combat space, which they didn't, this is a combat space, but not that one, they always deploy their recruited troops to the combat zone, but to the conflict. All right. Yeah, and they started with nothing in their garrisons because I'm playing on easy. Oh, so I played this. This is now in my discard pile. Now I have those 4 cards to choose from for my next turn. Okay, so now it's Glossu's turn again. Harvest Spice, like the last one. Nothing has any bonus spice yet, so we draw another one. Rally troops. Okay. So, wait, where's Rally? Rally troops, right there. So, Glossu's going to put his agent there. He has to recruit 4, well, we ignore that, but it says the same thing on here. Recruit 4 troops, and so those automatically go to, no, those go to his garrison. We'll just say, it doesn't matter. There. They're the red ones. Since this is not a conflict, or it's not a combat zone, they go to his garrison. So he's hardly going to have any strength in here. When combat starts, after everybody's taken their turns, I'll be able to, well, do some stuff to raise my strength. The only way they get to raise strength is they'll each get to draw 1 more of these and then just do whatever it says at the bottom. Each sword down here would be 1 strength. They'll go up. Each troop you have in the middle is 2 strength. So currently I have 6, they have 0. And, well, that's all Glossu's going to do. So yeah, the most he could get is, well, of these that have been drawn so far, the most is 3 strength. So I don't think he has any chance at catching me. Okay, Earl Memnon Torval. Arakeen. Alright, so his agent goes to Arakeen, ignore that. Instead he gets a troop. This is a combat zone, so he will put his troop that he just recruited here. And then he uses his Signet ability, which is, he gets 1 spice. Oh yeah, and the rivals, anytime they get 7 spice, 7 Solari, 3 water, or 3 intrigue cards, they cash those in for a victory point. All right. So he got his 1 spice, he's good. Oh, wait. I forgot to do my Signet ability on my turn. I collected my stuff, but I didn't raise... where is that? Right, I was supposed to use my signet ability. I said I was going to do it, and then I forgot all about it while I was deciding where to place my agent. I was going to spend 1 spice to gain 1 influence with a faction where an opponent has more influence than you, and it was just these two. I think I'm picking the Bene Gesserit. Alright, so now I get to go. I still have 1 agent. Okay, so don't think I'm worried about, I'm not worried about losing the conflict, so I'm not going to try to put any more troops there. Maybe diplomacy. Or, actually, I think what I'm going to do, so after placing the agents, then I get to reveal, and that would be whatever cards I still have in my hand. We do whatever's at the bottom, so the swords would let me gain 1 extra strength. These will give me persuasion that I can use to buy stuff. So I'm going to have at least 1 strength plus the 6 here. So I'm going to have at least 7. So I'm not worried about them at all. So I want to use up 1 of these daggers, I think. I'd rather have the 2 persuasion. And, well, the only place up here in the Landsdraad that I can go to is Hall of Oratory, because the other ones all have a cost that I can't pay. So I get another troop. This one I am not going to deploy. That's going to my garrison. Oh, I can't deploy it anyway because that's not a combat space. That troop has to go to my garrison, and I'll have 1 persuasion. All right. Okay, that's it. So now, they don't do a reveal phase because they're AI players. I do my reveal phase, so now, well, actually at this point, wait, let me make sure. Yeah, when you reveal, you set your strength. So my 6 here, I have, or my 3 troops, each is worth 2, so I have 6 strength. And then when I reveal, the dagger will give me 1 more. And then these 2 give me 2 persuasion. Plus I have 1 persuasion from Hall of Oratory, and I haven't even really looked at these cards at all. The persuasion, they don't have any tokens for that because if you don't spend it, it's gone. Oh, that's right. I also have my little passive ability here, Landsdraad Popularity, that anytime I place an agent on one of these spaces, it costs me 1 Solari less. So really, Swordmaster, I only need 7. Menton, I only need 1. So I actually could have gone there instead, but I'll take this. All right, so I have 3 Persuasion. I can buy an Arrakis Liaison. It's worth 2 persuasion if you reveal it. If you play it, you can go to, well, green or blue, circle or pentagon. That costs 2. Can't buy the Spice Must Flow. That costs 9. It also gives you a victory point. And then every time it's revealed, you get a spice. So I could buy Imperial Spy. That costs 2. I put it on an Emperor spot, so one of these 2. I put my agent there. But then, trash this card and draw an intrigue card. So you only get to use this once. Or you only get to play it once. If you reveal it, it's worth a persuasion and 1 strength. But if you play it to raise your influence with the Emperor, then this gets trashed. Okay, that costs 2. Sardaukar Infantry, that only costs 1. You don't get to place an agent, so this is only useful for revealing. Let's see. You get 1 persuasion and 2 strength. Well, that only costs 1. Yeah, I only have 3. If I buy both of these, 2 new cards would come out. Because they're always 5. Or you can buy one and then draw another one and see what it is. Do I want one of these? I think I'll take an Arrakis Liaison and then just to spend everything I can, Sardaukar Infantry. Why not? So we'll put that down here and then I draw one more. Another Sardaukar Infantry. Okay. Kind of feel like I would like that Imperial Spy, but oh well. First time playing. Now, whenever you buy cards, they go in your discard pile. And then these all go in the discard pile. Another thing I want to do is get High Council. That'll cost me 4 Solari. I can only use this once, and when I do, I put my other little circle, my other little disc on there, and then I get 2 Persuasion every round from that. Okay, so now we get to combat. So in combat, when I'm playing solo, yeah. Other side, combat. When phase 3 combat begins, each rival that has at least 1 troop, so that's only Earl Memnon Torvald. Glossu doesn't have anything in there. Each rival gets combat bonus. Just take the top card from here and add on, in this case, 2 strength. So, total of 4. And then also at this point, before resolving, so also at this point then if I had any of these intrigue cards that said combat on them, I could use them during combat. I wouldn't need to though because, well, I have the most strength, I win. So I get to raise the influence of any faction by 1, and then I get 2 Solari. So that gives me 3. Who do I want to raise? Getting the Fremen up to 2 would be useful because then water is rare, and this is one of the places to pick up water. So raising that up might be useful. If I move up Bene Gesserit, well, I'm closer to getting to 4. When you get to 4, you get a faction token that gives you a victory point, and then, well, if somebody gets above you, they take it away from you, and the victory point. Plus, you get a reward when you hit 4. For the Bene Gesserit, you get an intrigue card. And then, was there some other bonus to having one of these? I might have to look it up if I get one. And then, alright, so that'd be if I chose Bene Gesserit. Spacing Guild, I'm at 0. Emperor. I don't know. I'm going to raise the Fremen 1. Alright, so I got my 2 Solari, and then Earl Memnon Torvald gets 3 Solari. And the Beast Raban gets nothing. Alright, so now this all goes back to 0. Any troops that were in conflict get put back in supply. And that's it for the round. I think I did everything correctly there. So now next round we get a new conflict card. Well, let me, wait. Not ready for that yet. So I did my reveal turn, did all that. Did combat. Now the makers. Alright, so now the sandworms make spice. So if no agent was on these spaces, or for each one of these spaces, if an agent wasn't there, a sandworm puts out an extra spice. So now, if an agent gets played here, they get 4 spice, or 3 or 2 currently. Whenever you put an agent there, you take whatever that number is, plus any of the bonus spice that's there. And so that gets reset. Okay, all the agents have to go back. Okay, and then first player is now Earl Memnon Torvald. Okay, and I think I am ready to start another turn. Okay, we do this until run out of conflict cards or somebody gets to 10 victory points. So next turn, okay, draw a conflict card. So now the conflict is terrible purpose. So winner gets a victory point, but then trashes a card. So choose one card. It's a card in the discard pile or a card that's been revealed. And you remove it from your hand. Well, remove it from your stockpile of cards so it's out of the game. But the victory point, that's important. Second place gets a water and a spice. Okay. Whenever I have to trash a card, I'll have to make sure I get the rules right on that. Actually, it's right here. Trash one card from your hand, in your discard pile, or in play. So, yeah, anywhere except from the draw deck. All right, well, new conflict card, and now I draw 5 cards, so that's the other 5 cards I have. Next round I'll have to reshuffle, or if anything makes me draw another card this round, I'll have to reshuffle. All right. So, what do we have? I can seek allies, put my agent on any of these spaces, raise the influence, get whatever, and then this gets trashed. So you can only use this one once. Convincing argument is only worth persuasion. You can't place an agent, so that one is just going to sit in my hand. So is the other convincing argument. Looks like I'm going to have lots of persuasion this round. So I can only play Seek Allies or Dune the Desert Planet. Okay. But I'm not first, so Torvald, he gets Conspire. Okay, so his agent is going to go to Conspire, and instead of what it says on there, he gets 2 troops. This is not a combat, he's green. This is not a combat zone, so his troops go to the garrison, and he gains 1 influence with the Emperor. Okay, my turn. I think I'm going to do Seek Allies. And how about the Fremen? If I get Fremen up to there, I mean, this still suits will give me a water, nothing else. But I can put troops in the middle. And it'll get me up to 2 influence with the Fremen, so then I can also use this, which is another place you can get water and troops. Hardy Warriors, if I place it there, I have to spend a water, and then I'll get 2 troops. that I can put in here or in here. I don't want to spend the water yet. Thinking maybe I can get some spice. Okay, so I'm going to place my agent on still suit, so that's going to raise me 1 with the Fremen, which gives me a victory point. So I'm up to 1, and I get a water. And then this card gets trashed, so that's removed from the game. Let's see, there was the other card I had. Oh, it's right here on top. Diplomacy, that's the only thing I have currently that'll let me place an agent over here. Nothing else will. Okay, oh, and still suits, so I don't recruit any new troops, but I can, since I have 2 in my garrison, place up to 2 into the conflict. I'm going to put 1, just so that I have a troop in there. All right, I'll do 1. That way I'll at least be eligible to gain one of the rewards. So now, let's see, so that's it for my turn. So now Glossu, harvest spice. Oh, that's too bad. Send an agent to the space with the most bonus spice. They all have 1 bonus, so if it's tied, the one with the highest total, so that'll be the Great Flat. Oh, I wanted that one. Next turn. Oh well. So he gets 4 spice. If no space is that bonus spice, reveal another card. Alright, so he has 4 spice. 7 will get him a victory point. But he didn't place any troops. So, still looking good for me again here. Alright. Torvald's turn. Airkeen. He got that one last time. Alright, so he's going to go there. He gets 1 troop. So he gets to recruit 1 troop. And this is a combat zone, so that one is going to the middle. Plus, anytime they have troops in their garrison and they deploy their agent to a combat zone, they always do 2 troops if they have them to the conflict. And then Signet, he gets another spice. Okay, so now I get to go. When it comes to the conflict, I mean, so far, Glossu has nothing in there, but he still has 1 more turn. And he has a lot of troops in reserve here. Well, I'm playing one of these because that's all I have I can play. So I can only place on one of these 5, well, I can't place there. I can only place on one of these 4. I could try to get some spice. This one will cost me 1 water, I'll get 3 spice. This will cost me no water, I'll get 2 spice. Either one of those would let me place troops there, but neither one lets me recruit anything, and I don't have any strength. So I think at this point it'd be, yeah, I probably don't want to put any more troops in here. I may come in 3rd and get nothing if Raban puts more troops in there, but yeah, I can't beat the 6 strength. Because my other choices are, well, I can go to sell some spice, except I don't have any, so no. I can go here and get 3 Solari. So it's either get a little bit of spice or get 3 Solari. Well, if I get 3 Solari, I have 6. I only need 1 more to get my Swordmaster. Or I can spend 4 next turn and get High Council to get more Persuasion. Let's see, I'm going to have 4 Persuasion. No, I'm going to have 5 Persuasion, because I'll have these 3. So that'll be enough for me to buy something. So my agent is going, I guess I'll take the Solari. All right, 3 more Solari. Well, take one of the big ones, that counts as 5. So I have 6 Solari. Oh, and if you're playing solo, the AI characters, their little passive abilities over here, you ignore those. You only use their signet abilities if that comes up on the on that card. All right. So that's in the discard. Okay, so now I'm all done. All that's left. Big ugly guy gets his last turn. Secrets. Okay, he's not placing any troops. So yeah, I'm gonna get second place. All right, so he's going to secrets. So that'll give him 1 influence. That's all he gets. 1 influence with a Bene Gesserit. Okay, so everybody's done. So now I get to reveal. I have 5 persuasion. Well, my strength is 2. Yeah, I have 5 persuasion. I don't have any other strength from there, so yeah, I think putting the 1 in there was good. I'm going to get a water and a spice. And then my 5 persuasion I get to spend now. So what do I want? Lady Jessica looks kind of nice, but costs 7. Ooh, when you buy it, you get 1 influence with whatever faction you want. I think that's any faction you want. Let me make sure. Yeah, choose any one of the 4 factions. But yeah, that lets you place an agent with the Bene Gesserit or, well, anywhere over here. That's nice. And draw 2 cards. Or if this is in your reveal, 3 persuasion and 1 strength. So that's nice, but I can't buy her. I only have 5, so I can get power play. What does that do? Let's see. You can place an agent on any of those, and ooh, you gain 2 influence instead of 1, but then you trash this, so you can only use this once. Okay. Well, could use that to very quickly get up to an alliance with the Fremen. Alright, what else? Can't buy that, that's 6. Another Sardaukar infantry there. What did the Imperial Spy do? So this is also single use. Trash this, you get an intrigue. Well, okay, you can only raise your influence with the Emperor. With that one. Cost 2. I kind of want power play. But that would be all 5 persuasion I have. If I bought Imperial Spy, I could also buy... Well, if I buy this, I get to bring out another card. It could be something I want. Could get another one of those, but what do I want? You know what? I think I want Imperial Spy because I'd like to raise my influence with the Emperor to get more Solari. So I think I'm going to buy that. So that'll cost 2, and then a new card comes out, because there should always be 5 from the big deck here. Guild Administrator. So this one costs 2. If you play it, you have to trash a card. And you play it, you get to put your agent on one of these spaces or one of the triangle ones. Okay. I don't want to have to trash a card, though. I don't really like that one. So, you know what? I'm going to buy another Sardaukar infantry. That'll give me 3, and then, or that'll cost 3. And if this is something I can't buy, ooh, Sardaukar Legion. Ooh. Place an agent with the Emperor or with the Landsdrad, and you get 2 troops. If you reveal it, if it's part of your reveal, you get 1 persuasion and deploy up to 3 troops from your garrison to the conflict. Okay. That costs 5 though, can't get that. I only have 2 more. So should I buy another one of these? I guess. You don't have to spend all your persuasion, but I don't know. This could be bad to buy lots of low point cards. Alright, so I'm all done. And now, Earl, well, he has 6 strength, and then he gets a bonus here of 1 more strength. Well, that part didn't matter. Okay, so I don't have any combat cards to play, so combat's over. Alright, so, well, they don't have cards to trash, so I guess he just gets a victory point for coming in first. I came in second, so I get a water and a spice. I'm up to 3 water. Okay. So these troops all go back to over there. I only have 1 more troop garrison anymore. All the agents go back. I could also maybe, should have been doing Mentat. This only cost me 1. That's probably worth it. I spend 1, and then you take the Mentat, put it on your board. It gets to count as an agent. It would only cost me 1 Solari to do that. So I maybe should have done that instead of Hall of Oratory the first turn. Oh well. Anyway. Alright, so that's the end of that round. Now more spice goes out. Oh, whoops. This one had an agent on there. I shouldn't have taken that away yet. So this doesn't get an extra spice. These 2 do. I would like to get that 4 spice next turn. If I can, and I get to go first next turn. Okay, anything else to clean up? Nope. Alright, new conflict card. Guild Bank Raid. So this is only Solari. First place gets 6 Solari, second place gets 4. Okay. Alright, but yeah, this time I have to go first. So it'll be harder to determine on that second turn what I need to do to make sure I get something here. But, yeah. I do want to have at some point at least 1 troop out there to get a chance at 4 Solari. Alright, well I'm out of cards, so I have to shuffle these. And wasn't the Dune remake supposed to have been out already, but everything got delayed last year? I feel like it was supposed to be out last June or something like that. Or maybe I just thought June because it rhymes with Dune. I'm going to be drawing 5 cards, but oh yeah, I got the new conflict card up there. I think I heard a little bit about the Dune remake, 2 years ago. I don't remember anything now. Most important to me is whoever's playing Duncan Idaho, because he's the most important character in Dune. Or at least Dune the series. Books. Okay, so what do we have? Dagger, Reconnaissance, Arrakis Liaison, Dune the Desert Planet, and Sardaukar Infantry. Alright, so this one will only be for reveal, so I'll get a Persuasion and 2 swords, so 2 strength. But I only get that 2 strength if I do have at least 1 troop in there. I also want to know who's playing Fade Routha, because, I mean, you're not going to beat Sting. Okay, I'm going first. I want spice. The only one that can give me spice is this. So I'm going to take an agent, and put my agent here. That'll cost me 1 water, though. That's fine, I have 3. So I get 2 spice plus the spice that's here. So I get 4 spice. I already had 1, so I'll just take a big one. I have 5. So I don't have any cards that can go here, but next turn, if I get another one that can place me on here, I can cash in that 5 spice for 12 Solari. Very nice. And unfortunately, I still only have 6, so I'm not going to be able to get the Swordmaster. That's too bad. Okay, so that goes discard. Oh, and this is a combat zone. I don't get to recruit any troops, but I can put up to 2 from my garrison in here. I do want to put 1. So there, I have 1. All right, Raban's turn. Yeah, I'd rather have Fade Routha be a character you can play instead of the Beast Raban. I mean, Vladimir Harkonnen, obviously, but yeah, I'd rather have Fade Routha. Harvest Spice again. Well, he's going to get another 3 spice. He loves his spice. All right, so he gets 2, and another one is 3. He has 7. And I believe it was 7 spice is a victory point for the AI characters. Yes, 7 spice is a victory point. So he cashes these in. For 1 victory point. So everybody has 1 currently. Oh, and this is a combat. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, he's, wait, did I? Who had the troops out there last time? I feel like Raban got his stuff here. Did he get troops the 2nd turn? Was I supposed to put troops out from here and didn't? I may have messed up last round. Let's see. Erkine was Torvald. That was Raban's 2nd one. The first one he got was Harvest Spice. So he had the troops already. Shoot. When he put his agent here, I should have had 2 troops go out. So I messed up. Because this one, he put his agent here. He doesn't recruit any, but it is a combat zone. He's going to send 2 troops into here. All right, he probably should have been in 2nd place last time, not me. Although, well, I don't know. Probably. Oh well. First time playing, I'm going to mess up a couple things here and there. What was the reward I got last time? A water and a spice? Oh well. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Everybody, no. Torvald's first turn. What is he doing? Conspire. He gets 1 influence. That's a victory point for him. And he gets 2 troops. Not a combat zone, so those go in his garrison. Okay. Well, so far, okay, well, it's my turn again. So let's see. What are my choices? I can go to a blue or green. So any of these or those. How much Solari do I have? I have 6. Okay, I could spend, because of my passive ability, I could spend 1 less. I could spend 4 on the High Council. That would put my disc on here, and then I get 2 extra persuasion every round. That would cost me 4 of my Solari, but I really want my Swordmaster. But I'm 1 short of that. Well, I guess I'd be using one of these. No point in using this, because this will give me 2 persuasion in the reveal. Well, unless I really want the strength. Well, if I'm going to go to blue, I'll definitely use this instead of this, because 1 persuasion, 2 persuasion. I can't play this. No matter what, I'm going to get 2 extra strength. So I'm going to have at least 4. Alright, if I instead go to one of the blues, I can go to the research station, draw 3 extra cards, but it'll cost me both of my waters. The 3 extra cards I draw, though, those will just be for the reveal, so I'll get whatever bonuses are down here. That could be useful. If I go to Arakeen, I get a troop and a card instead of 3 cards, and it doesn't cost me any water. Since I have enough influence with the Fremen, I can go here and get a troop and a water. Yeah, so troop and a card, troop and a water, troop and an intrigue card. Those will cost nothing, or, yeah, 3 cards, but it costs 2 water. Other choice, I could spend 1 Solari on the Mentat, and now I have another agent for this round. So then I could also do one of these. Well, I'd be drawing 1 card and then getting whatever else. Is that worth it? I really want the Solari. I think I am going to go. Oh, wait, where's my agent? There he is. I think I'm going to go. Troop and a card. So you do Arakeen. I get 1 troop. And yeah, put it out there. And then I get to also draw a card. Signet ring. Too bad. I would like to be able to play this, but I don't have any more agents. So I'm not going to be able to play it. Oh, I would have been able to play it if I'd done the Mentat, because then I'd have 1 more agent. And I could use this. Oh well. Didn't know that was coming up. I'll get 1 persuasion from it. So I'm going to have 4. All right. So I think I'm all done. Ooh, I do have double cross that I could play. When can I play that? Plot cards? So I know there were restrictions on when you can use them. Intrigue cards. You may play a plot intrigue card at any time during one of your agent or reveal turns. Okay. So if I want to use this, I can wait until they go and I have to reveal. An opponent of your choice loses 1 troop in the conflict zone. You deploy 1 troop from your supply, not my garrison, but from my supply. So I get an extra troop, they'd lose 1. If it looks like it's going to be close, I might do that. I do at least want 2nd. Okay, so Raban, Hall of Oratory, he just gets a troop. right, so that's going to his garrison, not a combat zone, so that's doesn't go into the conflict. Tovald. Karthig. Alright, so he's going to enter the fray as well. He recruits 1 troop, plus he has 2 in his, this is a combat zone, he has 2 in his garrison, so they're coming into the conflict. Alright, well I think I'll be using double cross to make sure I can beat one of them. Alright, so now it's my reveal phase, so I'm at 4 strength from my troops, plus 3 from those 2 cards. So I'm at 7. And we'll put theirs out there. They're at 4 and 6. But each one of them is going to get to draw a card, and that can raise their strength. So what's the... Ooh, that one would have been 0. I think the most I've seen is in 4. Yeah, 1s, 2s, 3s. 3 and a 4 in there. Okay. So I'm not too worried about Raban. Oh, it costs 1 Solari, though. But I think 1 Solari will give me a good chance of 2 extra Solari there, so I think I'll go for it. And then I also have 4 Persuasion I can spend. Let's see. Oh, I already bought the Spy. I can buy a Guild Administrator. I think I will buy that. So that's going to cost 2, and then bring out another card. Another Guild Administrator. Well, I still have 2 Persuasion. I can buy that, or another Arrakis Liaison. I'm going to buy another Guild Administrator because, well, using those I can trash some of the cards that aren't as good, like Dagger. Okay, I'll buy both of those. Alright, so that cost me 4. And what new is coming out? Ooh, Worm Riders. Okay. That looks nice. That costs 6. Played on any of these, well, or these. When you play the card, you get 2 spice. If you reveal the card, as long as you have 2 influence with the Fremen, which I do, I'd get 4 strength. Ooh, and if you get up to 4, so you have an alliance, or if I have the token there and I have an alliance with them, you get 6 strength total. Yeah, that sounds nice. But I can't buy it yet. Alright, so I spend all my influence, or my persuasion, and then I am playing double cross, so that'll cost me 1 Solari. So I choose one of them till they lose one of their troops. Yeah, let's knock them, put them both down to 4. So I'm going to take one of the green ones away, and then I get an extra one. So now I'm up to 9. So I don't think there's any chance they're going to beat me. So I should get 6 Solari. That'll put me up to 11. Okay. So I'm all done. These all get discarded. This also discarded. It goes over there. Okay, so now each of them has troops in conflict, so they each get to draw one. We'll do, well, Raban's going first. He gets an extra 3. So he's up to 7. It's fine, still doesn't beat me. And Torvald, oh, 5. He ties me. That stinks. Now the double cross was important there. All right. So since we're tied at 9, well, that's a new high. 5 strength is the highest on any of those. Since we're tied at 9, nobody gets first place. We both get second place. So I get 4 Solari. And so does he. That's going to give him 7, which is going to be worth a victory point for him. Oops, that's me. So he is up to 3. Where did he get a second victory point? Can't remember. How did he get 2? Did I move the wrong one? Oh wait, he got a victory point from there. That's right. How else did he get it? And he got a victory point from there. No, I did not move the wrong one. Okay, good. Alright, so he's up to 3. All these troops go away. So if I hadn't played that, I would have been at 7, and I took away 1 from Torval, so I guess he would have been at 11. And I think I would have had nothing in this case, because if 2 players tie for second, you're supposed to go to the third place rewards, except there are no third place rewards when you're playing with only 3 players. Whether they're 3 human characters or, well, if it's 3 human characters, yeah, there are no rewards for third place. I assume that's still true. That, well, it's still true here. I'm only giving out first and second, so I think I would have had nothing if I hadn't played that. So, yeah. Definitely was worth it. Okay, these all go away. All right, so now I'm going last. All the agents can go away now. Oh, first spice. So only the Great Flat gets an extra spice, since those 2 have agents on them. And now all the agents can come away. Okay. So now, new conflict. So what are we fighting for this time? Ooh. First place, I get a raise, well, if I win, I get to raise my influence with any faction, and I get 2 intrigue cards. I have nothing in my garrison, though, although neither does Torvald. Second place, an intrigue card and a spice. Okay. Well, depending on what I draw here, I might not even bother going for any of that. All right, 5. Okay, I have lots of Solari, so I want my Swordmaster. That's 7, that's 4, and oh, I'm close to having enough to do both of those. I have lots of spice too, so I could trade some in and get tons of money. Well, let's see what I get here. All right. Okay. These 2 don't have agents. So these are the 3 I can play. But it's not my turn, so first, Raban. Hall of Oratory again. He gets 1 troop. Not a combat zone, so that goes in his garrison. Okay, Torvald. And I think it's the next turn. Yeah, next turn they're going to get, or next round, they're going to have 3 agents at that point. I do need to get mine now to catch up, to keep pace with them for that. All right, Carthage. Recruit 1 troop. It is a combat zone, so that is going to go in the middle. He does not have anything in his garrison, so that's all he has right now. Okay, so my choices. Yeah, I definitely want to use this one. Oh, actually, I'll get to be, as soon as I get my Swordmaster, I'll be able to use all 3 of these. Alright, so Dagger. Yeah, it's going to be Swordmaster. So that costs me 8 Solari, except because I'm Leto Atreides, it only costs me 7. So I still have 2 left. So that costs me 7, and yeah, I get my extra Sword Master, or I get my Sword Master, my extra agent, which, well, I'm Leto. My Sword Master would be Duncan, Idaho. All right, nothing else happens there, so I'm done with my turn. So now, Bond's turn again. What is he at this time? Rally troops. Okay, he just loves his troops. 4. Now there are only 12 troops for each one total, and that's the most you can have. If you run out of water tokens or Solari or Spice, you can just use anything to replace those. There isn't a limited supply of those, but troops, each character can only have 12. Oh, dagger should go in my discard. All right, Torvald. Spacing Guild, Highliner. Yeah, if I put one there, it would cost 6 spice to use that, but you get 5 troops and 2 water. Alright, so he gets 1 influence with the Spacing Guild, and then gets 3 troops. This is a combat zone, so all his troops are going into the middle. Well, I don't think I'm taking first place with this. But Glossu has nothing in here, so it'd be good for me to get 1 troop in there. I don't think well, I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, I could. All right, so now it's my turn. Now they don't have any more agents, so I'm gonna get to go twice, basically. Which one of these do I want to do first? Let's see, I have 2 water. I could use diplomacy and up my Fremen influence again and do hardy warriors. I'll get 2 troops, and I could just put 1 in the middle. Garrison the other one. Yeah, I think I can garrison. It's a combat zone. You can put them in here. Do you have to put them in there? I'm trying to remember. All right, rulebook. First time playing. Let's see. Wait, how about we look on the back? Troop. Recruit 1 troop. Take it from your supply and put it in your garrison on the game board. If you recruited the troop while sending an agent to a combat space, you may deploy it into conflict. So I don't have to put it into conflict, I may. Let's see. So if I do this one, I'll get 2 troops. I only have to put 1 in the middle. And I think 2 would be silly. I mean, for my reveal, I'm getting 2 more strength, but I'm not catching up with this. So yeah, I just put 1 there. I think that's the only place I can get any troops, because, well, let's see, with this one, I can pick up some spice, or get 3 Solari, or I have 5 spice. I could sell my 5 spice, or I could sell less. I could sell 5 spice for 12 Solari. Okay. That would easily give me, yeah, so High Council, I'd get my disc there, then I get extra Persuasion each turn for buying cards. There are only 10 cards in the conflict deck, so at most this game lasts 10 rounds. What else do I need Solari for? Well, rally troops. 4 Solari, you get 4 troops. That one's not bad. Yeah. Or, if I save the spice... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. So with this one, I won't get any troops, though, in the middle. With diplomacy, I could go there and spend 4 spice. I get 5 Solari and 2 troops and an intrigue card, but this isn't a combat zone, so my troops are just going to be garrisoned. I won't have anything in here in the middle, which means I don't get anything instead of getting 1 spice, 1 intrigue card. All right, I'm going to have one of my agents go here. Although this does cost me a water. But I raise my influence with the Fremen. Wait, hang on. There's also fold space. That just gives you a fold space card, which is you go anywhere, you place an agent anywhere, and you get to draw a card, but then you also have to trash this card, so this is single use. Yeah, I think I'm doing that. All right, so I get 2 troops. I'm going to garrison 1, put the other one in conflict. Okay, all right, and then my other troop is going, well, I can't pick up 4 spice here because it takes 2 water. I could get 1 spice if I really wanted. That's silly. Yeah, let's go cash in that spice. Should I spend all 5? I'm going to get 1 back. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to sell 5 spice for 12 Solari. So I have 14 Solari. Okay. All right, that's all my agents. So now I have to reveal, and I get 3 persuasion and 2 extra strength. Well, I have 2 strength from there plus 2 more, so I have 4. And Torvald has 8. Raban's at 0. He's out of this round. 3 persuasion, so I can buy. Can't buy any of these. All I can buy is one of these. Arrakis Liaison. Guess I may as well. And then my other persuasion just goes to waste. Okay. All right, so now we go to conflict. We go to the combat. Torvald draws one of these to add on strength. He gets 4 more strength. So he's up to 12. Although that didn't really matter. Raban gets nothing because he's not involved in there, even though he has all these troops. Okay, so I get an intrigue card and a spice. Okay, for combat or endgame. Okay, so if I use this in combat, I can get 2 extra strength. Okay. I have to do that during... Oh wait, no, that's during combat. So that can be after they draw, I can use this. Or at the end of the game, I can use this for 10 spice, which is only useful as a tiebreaker at the end game. All right. And then 2 intrigue cards for Torvald plus influence on anything goes up. It's whatever he's the lowest in. Let's see. He has influence with everybody except the Fremen, so he goes up 1 on the Fremen. 3 of these is worth a victory point? Yes. All right, so if he gets another intrigue card, he can trade in 3 to get a victory point. Okay. Nobody got any spice this time from the sandworm, so all of these gain a bonus spice. All right, and then let's see, clean up. So these can go back to 0. These troops are gone. And agents can go back. And this is going to be Torvald's going first. these can be discarded. Oh, one more agent, that's right. I have 3 now. They're about to have 3. Okay. So we're ready for next conflict card. Raid stockpiles. Alright, so 2 spice for second, 3 spice for first, and an intrigue card. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I have to draw 5 cards. There are only 3 there, so I have to shuffle and draw 2 more. The stream on my computer is like 5 seconds behind. That's silly. Alright, 2 more. Alright, convincing argument, no agents on there. Okay, Imperial Spy. 2 of those Arrakis Liaisons and Dune Desert Planet. Alright, so I have 4 cards that could be used for placing agents. Now that I have 3 agents, these ones aren't as good. Well, one problem with this is that, I mean, if say I had 3 like this, I'd only get to place 2 agents. Unless I got something that would, well, I'd want to try to place them somewhere where I get to draw extra cards. Let's see. Ooh, and I have, you know, the fact that I have 4 of these, and 2 of them can place in the Landsdraad, I'm definitely going to be doing High Council, unless Torvald beats me to it. Swordmaster's already done, so I'll be doing that and then either rally troops, or if I pick the Mentat, that is only going to cost me 1 Solari. I get to draw another card, and that's an extra agent. I basically have 4 agents this turn, and then at the end of the round, this will go back there. Okay, but first, Torvald's going. Oh, and they each now have 3 agents like me. Karthig, 1 troop. And that's a combat zone, so that goes in the conflict. Alright. And honestly, I'm not too concerned about even getting second on this one, I think. I'm more concerned with some other stuff. Alright, so now it's my turn. One of my agents, I want High Council. I want to do Imperial Spy too, but I want to make sure I get High Council. So, ooh, this one though, oh, that's right, it's trash this card. Okay, never mind. Alright, one of these. Okay, Arrakis Liaison. I'm putting my agent on the High Council. That only cost me 4. So I still have 10 Solari. Alright, that cost me 4, and then I put my other little discount here, so that's going to be 2 extra persuasion every round. So currently, well, I'm going to have 1 plus that 2. I'll have 3 plus something else, anything else that might happen. But it looks like I'm going to have 3. Well, no, I'll be drawing another card. Okay. That's my first action there. And now, Raban, fold space. He gets influence with the Spacing Guild. That's a victory point for him. He's up to 2. Oh, I'm in last place. Alright, Torvald. 1 influence with the Fremen, that's going to be a victory point for him. He's on still suits. turn. Okay, now, what next? So yeah, I'm thinking this one. Yeah, I'm thinking that one on the Mentot. I'll draw a card, and then I'll get an agent, and then I can still use both of these. It'll cost me 1 Solari. Other choices. I mean, I can get a card here from Airkeen and recruit 1 troop. Or I can get a troop and a water. With 2 water, then research station might be useful. Drawing 3 extra cards could be handy. That won't be this turn, but that's fine. I am going to yeah, I think I'm gonna get the Mentot. Alright, so I got Thufir and I draw a card. Alright, that was using this. No, that was using this one. It's the same card. Alright, so I got convincing argument. Well, it'll be more persuasion, so I'm gonna have 5 persuasion. Although anything I buy at this point, I mean, I'm probably going to get 1 more shuffle, so maybe the High Council wasn't the best idea. Rallying troops might have been a better idea. Oh well. Let's see. So I got my extra card, I got my Mentot. Alright, I'm done. So now, Raban. Harvest Spice. Again. Well, he's going here, because this has 2, those each have 1. So he gets 5 spice, and this is a combat zone, so he's going to put 2 troops in the middle. He doesn't recruit any, but 2 from his garrison are going there. He gets 5 spice total. Okay. Let's see. Now I need to shuffle up these. Still only have 1 victory point. Well, I'm 1 away from a victory point with the Bene Gesserit or the Fremen. Alright, so now we're on, where are we? Torvald. Selected breeding. He gets 1 influence. That's another victory point for him. He's up to 5. But that's all he gets is 1 influence with the Bene Gesserit. My turn. Alright, so another one of my agents, and then I'm going to put out the Mentot first. I believe that's this turn, right? It's not next turn I get it, is it? Take the Mentot from its space on the board if it's there. You can't take it from another player or another space. Place it on your leader. You may use it as one of your agents to take an agent turn. When you take the Mentot as a conflict reward, keep it for the next round. Yeah, okay. So yes, I use it this turn. Or this round. Okay, so, well, I have 2 cards I get to play. Oh, I had that one too. I'm going to have 7 influence. Yeah, I've played 2 so far. Wait. Did I accidentally draw too many cards? I only have 1 discarded. but I've played 2. Yeah, I played both of these. Okay, I didn't discard one of them. All right. Yeah, that's right. These are the 5 I drew, or no. There. These are the 5 I drew, and then Mentat, I drew 1 more. But I played 2 agents. Ooh, so that means I'm not going to be able to do 2 more agents unless I draw some more cards. What happens if I don't play the Mentat? Do I get to hang on to it? End of round. What happens at the end of the round? Yeah, Mentat gets returned at the end of the round. Oh, shoot. That might have been a complete waste since I didn't get a card. Oh, wait, no. What am I saying? This is one I can place. Jeez. All right, I'm just being stupid. All right, so Imperial Spy or that. Let's see. Raban still has a turn. For this, I can pick up Solari or harvest some spice. That's all this one's going to get to do. I think I'll do the Imperial Spy first. It costs 4 spice to do Conspire. I don't have 4 spice, so I will play this and go on Wealth. This gets trashed, so this is gone, and I get an Intrigue card. Ooh, Water of Life. And then I get 2 Solari. Yeah, I think High Council might be a little late to have done that. Oh well. And then, oh, Raban still has 1. Oh, I didn't raise my influence, so I get 1 influence with the Emperor, so I'm up to 1. Wall of Oratory, he gets 1 troop. Not a combat zone though, so that's going to stay in his garrison. Let's see, I'm getting no strength in the reveal. I'm just getting 4 persuasion. Water of Life I can play on an agent or on a reveal. I can trade in 1 water and 1 spice to get 3 cards. Not now. Later on. All right. So now I still have the Mentat, my last agent. So where am I going? I can pick up 3 spice for 1 water, 2 spice. Cost is nothing. Or pick up 3 Solari. I don't think I really need any more Solari. So I'm thinking I'm going to go there and get 2 spice. This one plus 1. Okay. Ooh. Either way, so if I don't do anything with troops, I could put a troop in there as well. If I do nothing, Raban's definitely getting a victory point for trading in some spice. If Torvald gets up to number 1, so if he gains enough strength from the House Hagal card that he's going to draw, he could get another victory point because he could have 3 intrigue cards. So maybe I should put troops in there to try to prevent them from winning this conflict, except I have nothing that's going to help me out, strength-wise. Unless I do Water of Life and maybe draw some more cards that can give me some strength. So no, I'm not going to do that. Alright, so that's discarded. And that's all the agents. So now I'm in reveal. I just have 4 persuasion plus 2 from the High Council, so I have 6. Yeah. That's going to be tough to get. 9? Since persuasion doesn't carry over, but I can get Worm Riders. So Worm Riders, let's see. If you play it, you get 2 spice. And it goes on any of these spaces. You can put an agent on any of those. And yeah, if it's in the reveal, lots of extra strength. So that would cost all 6. And it might come up once. All right. Reverend Mother Moheim. Put an agent on the Emperor or the Bene Gesserit. And if you do that, if you have another Bene Gesserit card in play, each opponent discards 2 cards. I guess the ones that are in play shouldn't be discarded right away. I keep discarding them. Each opponent discards 2 cards. Well, that's not very useful when playing against AIs. They don't have cards. But if this is in the reveal, you get 2 persuasion and 2 spice. All right, what else do we have? What was power play? Ooh, get 2 influence with a faction. I like that. And then this is trashed. That's all right. It's probably going to have 1 chance to come up anyway. Sardaukar Legion, recruit 2 troops. And put an agent on the Emperor or the Landsraad. Now, which one of those do I want? Or Worm Riders. I need some victory points. I'm thinking power play. Raise my influence by 2 with somebody. That would cost 5. That would leave me with 1 persuasion. Arrakis Recruiter. Play on an Arrakis, a city of Arrakis, and recruit 1 troop. Yeah. Well, I can't buy it though. It costs 2. All right, yeah, I'm buying power play. And now it's time for the conflict. It's time for combat. I'm not involved, so I can't win anything, but each of them gets to draw a card. So for the Beast Raban, 2. Well, so his is 4. He goes up to 6 from the +2 on this. And hey, green's at 2. Torvald draws 2, so he goes up to 4. Okay, so Raban gets an intrigue card and 3 spice. That'll give him 8. He's going to trade in 7, so he'll have 1 left for a victory point. They are leaving me in the dust. 2 for Torvald. And nothing for me. All right, this is the only one that gets bonus spice. Okay, everything else can go back. Top. All right, there's still 5 more rounds. Well, 5 more rounds. I guess if I'm doing a bunch of extra card drawing, I could have stuff that I haven't had a chance to use up, maybe show up twice. Actually, I guess any cards I buy before I have to reshuffle will still get in the same reshuffle. So, yeah, all right. Until I go through the deck, I think buying cards could give me something I can use. After I reshuffle, though, I doubt I'm going to see any of those cards. All right, so now I'm going first. New conflict. Oh, these need to be discarded. New conflict. Ooh. Choose 2 factions to raise your influence by 1. I like that. Second place gets 2 Solari and a water. Okay, I want to win this one. But we'll see what cards I get. Unfortunately, I'm going first. So I'll have much less of a chance to figure out what I should do based on how many troops they have out there. Guild Administrator, Diplomacy, Reconnaissance, Arax Liaison, and Sardaukar Infantry is the only thing that's going to give me extra strength in the end. Although, I can certainly draw some more cards. Alright, so Guild Administrator, that would let me put something on the Spacing Guild, but I don't have enough spice to do the Highliner, which would be really nice. 5 troops that can go in there, and you get 2 water. I have 3 spice. I can get 4 spice here. It'll cost me a water. However, this is the only card that can let me put a troop there. Diplomacy, though, would let me... So if I use this now to put a troop here, put an agent there, that'll cost me about 1 water. I'll get 4 spice, I'll have 7. Then the next turn I could play this. Put a troop on the Highliner. Between those 2, I will get 2 influence. No, I won't. What am I saying? I'll get 1 influence. Oh, that's right. I can get another influence from here, but that can be on anything. At that point, whatever 2 I pick, if I win this, and this is here at 1, then whatever 2 I pick, I'll get a victory point from, I'll get 2 victory points from this, basically. Sounds good. Alright. So yeah, if I do that the second turn, I'll have 6 spice to spend. I'll get 5 troops, and I can put them all in the middle, plus this one if I want. And I'll get 2 water. And then if it's still available, my third agent can go here and draw 3 cards. I don't know if I want to do that. Or I could go to rally troops, spend 3 Solari, and get 4 more troops, although they'd have to just be garrisoned. Alright. So I think I want to do that. I want to pick up that spice. So Guild Administrator, I'm playing this. So my agent's going here to the Haga Basin. It's a combat zone, so I can put up to 2 troops from my garrison in here. I'm not going to do that yet. If this goes according to plan, I should get to do that later. I may as well put it in now. Alright, put that in now. It costs me 1 water to deploy here, and then I get 2 spice plus these 2, so I get 4 spice. How about we just take away 1 of these and put a 5. Alright, so I'm up to 7. And then I have to trash a card. It has to be a card that's in play, in my hand, or in a discard pile. I'm not too concerned with persuasion anymore, especially once I have to shuffle again. So I'm trashing convincing argument. So that's gone. And then this is in play. I'm just going to put my in play cards right here. This shouldn't actually get discarded until the end, when I clean up. Alright, or how about right here? Alright, so that's my first one. Now we're on Raban. Darn, he got rally troops. I wanted that one. Well, it wasn't going to help me in the conflict for this round, but I wanted those troops for next round. Alright, but he doesn't place any in there. Okay. Torvald. Wealth. Okay. Right there. It's fine. That wasn't one I was going to go after. So he gets 1 influence with the Emperor. That's all he gets. All right, my turn. So next, I think I'm still doing diplomacy next. Or maybe I should wait and do that one last. See how many troops they put out first. Although I could get unlucky and one of them gets a highliner from here. I don't remember if that came up before. Huh. I think I'm going to wait. Although, what are my other options? I was thinking of taking this and drawing 3 extra cards, but I don't have the water. I would get the water from this. So other choices. Ooh, you know what? If I do the Mentat, I draw 1 card. And then I'll get to go again after all of them. I could save diplomacy for last. And then I know how many troops I want to put in the middle. Out of these 5, I'm going to get. Yep, I'm doing that. All right, I'm going to go on Mentat. That'll cost me 1 Solari. So I still have 11. And I draw a card and get the Mentat. So we get Dagger. Well, it's going to give me 1 strength. So I do have 3 strength I'm going to get at the end, unless I play that one, but probably not. Okay. Raban. Rally troops. Well, there's already an agent there, so no. Secrets. 1 influence with a Bene Gesserit. That's a victory point. Arakeen. He gets a troop. It automatically goes in the middle because it's a combat zone. He doesn't have any troops in his garrison, so he just gets the 1. And then, and then Signet, which was what? He gets a spice, right? Yeah, he gets a spice. That gives him 5. My turn. So now, I'm going to save diplomacy, so it's reconnaissance, I think. Although, yeah, I won't be drawing 3 extra cards. But I'll have 2 water, I can do that another time. Intrigue card, and a troop. Or water and a troop. If I use dagger instead, well, the only place I could go is Hall of Oratory, because I've already done Swordmaster and High Council, so I definitely don't want to do that. That's a troop and a persuasion. Well, I'm not going to have very much persuasion. I'm only going to have 3. Well, nothing costs 4, so of what's out there. Yeah, I don't care. All right, so yeah, I think I'm going to do reconnaissance and go to Carthage. I think I'd rather have an intrigue card than a water. The Water of Life is another one where I'll need water for it. I want another intrigue card. Okay, so I'm going to Carthage. I get a troop. I can put it in here if I want, and I'm going to. And I get an intrigue. Rapid mobilization. Deploy any number of your garrison troops to the conflict. Okay, so I can use that at some point. Although, yeah, I don't have any troops in my garrison. I should have some soon. All right. Last turn for Glossu. Hardy Warriors. So he's going to get 1 influence with the Fremen. Yeah, that's hard to believe. This guy, he murders them. Oops, Hardy Warriors. He gets 2 troops, and they are going to go in here, plus, because it's combat zone, plus he'll take 2 from his garrison. Although he doesn't have 2 troops in his supply, he only has 1, so he only gets to recruit 1, but then 2 come from his garrison, so he's up to 3. But that's all he's going to get, because he's done. All right, last turn for Torvald. Harvest spice. Well, there isn't any bonus spice anywhere, so he's not going to do that. He's going to draw another one. Conspire. Ooh, he just made an alliance with the Emperor. He gets 2 troops and this token, and, yeah, he gets 2 troops from that plus 2 troops from this. So he gets 4 troops. This is the bonus. Whenever you reach 4 influence, you get whatever the bonus is on those. So he gets 4. That's not a combat zone, so they're just going to go here. Now, I don't remember if... Oh, he gets a victory point. So he's up to 6. Excuse me. That can be taken away, though, if somebody else gets a higher influence than him with the Emperor. I don't think that's happening. Alliance. You know, the alliance might just be important for, or the bonus might be for something like this, where if you have an alliance, you get another 2 strength when this is a revealed card. You'd get a total of 6 strength from that. So I don't think there's anything else to having an alliance. Let me make sure. Rulebook. Playing solo, you don't go very far through this deck of cards you can buy. Playing with 4 players, everybody'd have some persuasion to spend. I'm sure you'd go through a lot more of that. Alright, let's see. Where does it talk about alliances? Here we go. The first player to reach 4 influence also earns an alliance. They take the alliance token, put it in their supply to gain a victory point if they're ever passed. They get that. Yeah, it doesn't say anything else. Okay. So there's no other bonus to having the alliance. Okay. So now it's just me, and I have diplomacy. And yes, I will be spending 6 spice. I get 5 troops and 2 water. I think that's worth it. Now the troops I can garrison or put them into combat. Let's see. So currently I have 4 strength. I'm going to get 3 more. So currently I have 7. Raban has 6. At most, he's going to get 5 more from here, so the most he's going to have is 11. So, if I put 2 of my troops in here, I'm going to have 11. And I think there was only, I don't know, maybe there were 2. like, well, Hardy Warriors here has 5 on there. I don't think I ever saw any more than that. And I don't know if there were even 2 of them that had 5. So, might not be possible for him to beat me at that, or tie me at that point. But if he did tie me, I have tiebreaker I could use. So I think I'm only going to put 2 in there and garrison the other 3. That should give me my victory. I'll get 1 influence with 2 factions. I can form an alliance with the Fremen if I want and get a free water. And then, and I get 1 influence with the Spacing Guild from playing my agent there. And then, I don't know, 1 influence with any of the other ones. Yep, I'm putting 4 in there. Well, 2 of the ones I just recruited. It'd be a much tougher decision playing with real people because, you know, you don't know, these aren't revealed yet. You don't know how much, well, I might not at this point know how much extra strength they're going to have. Plus, they could have intrigue cards. A little easier playing against AIs for this part. Alright, so I'm doing that, and then that's all, those are all my agents. So now I get to reveal, and I have these. So I have 8 strength from my 4 troops, plus 3 from those. So I have 11 strength. And then persuasion, I have 1 plus the 2 there. I only have 3. So I can buy the Arrakis Recruiter if I want. That only costs 2. Or I could buy nothing to try to make sure I get the cards I want once I reshuffle, but I don't know. I'm going to go for that. Why not? Alright, I'll buy that. That leaves me with 1 more. Ooh, what's this? Smuggler's Thopter. Thopter? I don't know if I've ever heard Ornithopter just called a Thopter. Maybe I have. But that's an Ornithopter. Wait, what is that? Oh, if you have 2 influence with a Spacing Guild, you get to draw 2 cards when you play this. That sounds nice. Alright. So that is it. Yeah. So now we go to the conflict, and they each get to draw a card. So Raban gets no extra strength. So he's just at 6. So, that's too bad. I didn't have to put any extra troops in there. My 2 would have been enough. Oh well. Oops. There. And then Torvald has 2 plus 2. So 4. That's too bad. But I had no idea that Raban was going to get nothing. Couldn't have known that. Alright, these are discarded. These are discarded. Okay, so Raban gets a water and 2 Solari. Does that give him anything? No. He has 2 water, 1 more and he gets a victory point, and 2 Solari, he needs 5 more of those to get a victory point. Good, and then yeah, I choose 2 factions to get an influence in. I think I'm going to increase my alliance, my influence by 1 with the Fremen, so that I get my alliance token from them, and I get a water, and I get a victory point. Yay, I finally have 2. And then, who else? I don't know, how about... how about the Bene Gesserit? But that'll give me a victory point. Okay. I think everything can get put back now. And now I get to go last. Let's go back to 0 and anything else? Nope, looks good. All right, new conflict. So what are left? 4 more? Yeah, 4 more. Oh yeah. Yeah, the 4 level 3s. Ooh, 2 victory points. Battle for Arakeen. Alright, I want to win this. Alright, so this one you get, the winner will get 2 victory points and get to place a control marker on Arakeen, which with that there, that means that anytime anybody puts an agent there, whether it's you or another player, whoever is controlling it gets 1 free Solari. And then also, if there's later on another conflict that's at the same city, or that's a city where you have a control marker, you get 1 free troop, well, from your supply, gets to go into the conflict. Alright, that looks good. I want to win that. Second place, choose 2 of the following: an intrigue, 2 spice, 3 Solari. Yeah, I don't care about that. Alright, I want rally troops. If I get rally troops, that'll give me 4. And then, if I need it, rapid mobilization would let me put any number of troops in there. Alright, I'm going last though. Okay, 5 cards for me. Alright, well, there are 5 there. Signet ring. Okay. What does the signet ring do? Oh yeah, I spend 1 spice to gain an influence. Well, either one of these 2, and that's a victory point for me. Okay, Sardaukar infantry. So that one's not a, doesn't have an agent. Guild administrator, trash a card, dagger. So Dagnar's signet ring would let me rally troops. Although, yeah, okay, but it's not my turn yet, so I'll think about that in a minute. All right, Raban. Karthig. Okay, so he recruits 1 troop, plus that's a combat zone, so he's bringing 2 from his garrison. I want him to not get any troops. He's the one with tons. Torvald. Arakeen. Alright, well, it's 2 from his garrison, plus he gets to recruit 1, because that's a combat zone. And so far, this one's starting off intense. And Signet Ring, that's a spice for him. That's 6 spice. 1 more, and he gets a victory point for 7 spice. All right, my turn. Yeah, rally troops, definitely doing that. Now the influence I'll get from Signet Ring, that can be done at any point. I can spend 1 spice to raise either one of these 2. I don't think it'll really, let's see. Oh, and I have Guild Administrator, so I can already raise that one. So I'd probably raise the Emperor. So between Guild Administrator and my Signet Ring, I'll get 2 more victory points. But that can be done at any time. So I don't need to use this one yet. Since Dagger's more limited, it can only be played on the Landsdrad. I'm playing that one, and rallying troops. I would also like to get my Mentat. Which will let me shuffle sooner, because my deck's empty. So if I take my Thufir Hawat, I'll have to draw a card that'll make me shuffle. So then there will be fewer. Any cards in here that I bought that I want to get a chance to play, like I don't know what was in here. Power play, gain 2 influence. I'll have a better chance of getting it. Actually, there aren't that many cards here. I am going to see all these, especially if I get to shuffle now before all these other cards get discarded. So, Dagger, rally troops. That costs me only 3 Solari because of my special ability, so I get 2 back. I still have 8, and I get 4 troops, but these can only go in my garrison, but that's fine. Okay, anything else? Nope. Okay, so I'm done. The beast. Fold space, all right. He just gets 1 influence with the spacing guild. That's fine. Good, he didn't put any more troops in there. How about you, Torvald? What are you gonna do? Oh, whoops. I forgot to put out bonus spice last round. Shoot. I think one of them had an agent on here. Definitely nobody was on the Great Flat. And I'm pretty sure nobody was on it. I don't actually... No, was that 2 turns before? You know what? I may have skipped one time. Oh, wait, no. I think 2 turns ago, every single one of these had an agent on there. I took this one, and that led to getting a bunch of troops. No, that was just last turn. No, so, okay. No, this was the only one that had an agent on it. These 2 are both empty. They should have a spice. Okay, I think this is right. I don't think I missed anything. All right. So Torvald. Second turn. Also fold space, but that space is taken. So draw another one. Conspire. Well, the good thing is, influence going up 1 for him on there. Well, so what? He already has the alliance with the Emperor and 2 troops, but they are not in play. They're in his garrison. All right. My turn. So now what? I could go for the Mentat. I'll get to draw a card. All right, I could go for the research station. That's gonna. I'll draw 3 cards, but it will cost me 2 water. What else am I gonna be spending water on anytime soon? Well, getting spice. I can spend 2 water and get 4 spice here, although I spend no water and get 2 over there. Yeah, I could get the Mentat now, keep my options open, because then I'll get to go twice after they're all done, but they may take up spots I want. So let's see, what are my options here? Spacing Guild. Oh, I can't do Spacing Guild now unless I have spice, and there's no way I can get enough spice. Darn. So I'm not going to be able to do this one. They're in the way. Is there any other way I can get spice? Well, I guess I could do both of these. Well, no, I can't. I only have 2 agents. I can't do both of these and get the Mentat. Plus, I'm going to be spending 1 spice from there. Darn. Well, this one will only be played on one of these. Same with this. Maybe I just won't use Guild Administrator this turn. Although trashing a card might be good. Is there anything in here I want to trash? Maybe Reconnaissance. Or convincing argument, another one that's only worth persuasion. Alright, I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna take the Mentat so that I can keep my options open for after they go. Then I'll get to choose two things to do, although I'm gonna be kind of limited by these, unless I draw another card that can let me place something somewhere better. Yeah, alright. Signet Ring, I can spend 1 spice to raise the influence by 1 with one of them. Let's see, who am I? The Emperor. Well, okay, it's the Emperor or Spacing Guild. I will be picking up more spice, so I might be able to do that next turn to get me up there. So yeah, I'm going to do the Emperor, so that'll give me a victory point. Okay, and then I take Thufir again, and oh, and that cost me 1 Solari. And then I draw a card, so I need to shuffle. But yeah, it's just the discards, so that's why it's important that these are not discarded yet, they're just in play, so that they don't get shuffled yet. Since I'm having to shuffle in the middle of a round. Okay, draw 1 card. What do we get? Dagger. Not thrilled about that one. I mean, it will give me 1 more strength, so I don't think I'll be playing that one. Let's see. Yeah, I could only go to Hall of Oratory. I mean, it'll give me 1 persuasion to give me a total of, I don't know, and a troop that I can use rapid mobilization. Oh well. Alright, well, I got my Thufir. Raban still suits. 1 influence with the Fremen, gives him a victory point. That's fine though, no troops. So he's up to 5. Oh, I'm alone in last place again. Alright, that means he only gets, he'll be at 6 strength plus whatever he draws. So maximum for him is going to be 11. Come here. Huh. That's going to be a lot of troops. Alright, Highliner. Well, now there are no choices for me for the Spacing Guild. There it is. Alright, he gains 1 influence with the Spacing Guild. That's a victory point. 3 troops, and they get deployed. Plus 2 from his garrison. Alright, so he's going to have 16 plus whatever he draws. And I really want to beat him. I mean, if I let him win, he's up to 9 victory points. That's no good. Although if he comes in second, well, yeah. If I beat him, he comes in second. He gets 3 Solari. Well, you know what? The two spice and 1 intrigue card will also be 2 victory points. No matter what, he's going to have 9 victory points. It's just, well, if I don't win, I'm still at 4. So it's just a matter of, do I have 6 or do I have 4 and he has 9, or do I have 6 and he has 9? But if I just come in second, I will at least have more resources. Well, that stinks. All right. Well, I still have 2 agents that get to go. So let's see. Is there anything else that can let me draw some cards? No, there isn't. So Arakine's gone. I already did the Mentat. I don't have anything that can place here, and I don't have anything that can place me here, even though I have the water for it. Well, shoot. All right, so dagger's out of the question, I think. I don't think I care about that. All right, so I guess these two. I could get a total of 6 spice for 2 water. That'd be enough to do this on the next turn, assuming I get something that'll let me place there. Then I have a good supply of spice and Solari. Both of them will allow me to deploy troops, so I could get 4 troops out there just from that. That'll only put me at 8 strength, plus 3, I'll have 11. Let's see, I have 4. So if I put all my troops out there, I'll have 17 strength. Most I could possibly have is 19. Oh, wait. Water of Life. That's right, I have that card. So if I pick up some spice, I can play this and draw 3 cards. I think I want to... yeah, because then I'll still have 1 more agent. Yeah, I think I'm doing that. All right, so Dune, the desert planet. Or, yeah, okay. Dune, the desert planet, I'm going to play that. And go to Imperial Basin, doesn't cost anything, I'll get 2 spice. And then they're out of agents, so I get to go again. Oh, and I can deploy 2 troops, I will. And then they're out of agents, so I get to go again. But first I'm going to use Water of Life. So I can do that during an agent phase, during the agent reveal phase. So, all right. 1 water, 1 spice to draw 3 cards. Power play. Okay, that could be useful. Arrakis Recruiter. Ooh, all these could be useful. All right, what am I not using? I'm not using Dagger. I'm not using Sardaukar. So now, for my last agent, I have to pick one of these. So let's see, power play, I can raise the influence. I only get to use this once. I'll put my agent on any of these and I get to raise the influence 2 instead of 1. I can't do selective breeding, that costs 2 spice, I only have 1 now. I would trash a card and then draw 2 cards. I can do secrets, I'll get an intrigue card, and then what this says is any player with 4 or more intrigue cards has to randomly give you 1. Well, that's not happening here because anytime one of them gets 3, they turn them in for victory point. But if I'm playing against human players, I can do that. So, all right, so this would raise me up to there. I'd form an alliance with the Bene Gesserit, and I'd get an intrigue. I won't be putting any troops out here, though. But I'll get a victory point, another intrigue card. I can still play rapid mobilization to put these out here, though. However, I'll only get up to 17. Well, wait, does anything else have? Well, no, I'll be at 18. All right, so yeah, that would put me up to 18. Well, if Torvald draws a 4 or a 5, well, if he draws 4, I can use tiebreaker to tie him at 20. And then we'd both get the level 2 rewards. If he gets a 5, I can't beat him or tie him. But if he draws less than that, I can win the fight. Okay, so that's if I did power play. Arrakis Recruiter. I could go here, get 1 troop from that, 1 troop from this. I could put both of those in here, plus 2 more. And I get a water. Arrakis Liaison. No, I don't want to use that. And Guild Administrator. No, I don't want to use that. Well, I mean, I could pick up 4 spice here, but I don't know. The other ones are more useful. So, I can play power play. That will give me an intrigue card, a victory points, and an alliance with a Bene Gesserit. And I'll be taking a chance on whether I'll win the fight. Or I can play this, and I can make sure I win the fight. Now, I'm chancing it. Power play. Well, I also have a good amount of, I'm going to have a good amount of persuasion as well. Let's see. I'm going to have 7 persuasion. So I could buy something, and I might get 1 more shuffle in there. So anything I buy might show up once. All right, power play. So my agent is going to secrets. I get 2 influence instead of 1 because of power play. So that gives me another alliance. A victory point, so I'm up to 5. And an intrigue card. Endgame, corner of the market. If you have at least 2, the spice must flow. I get a victory point. If I have more, the spice must flow than each opponent, I get a victory point. And they cost 9. I guess that is one use for persuasion still. It would be worth buying these because you do get a victory point each time you buy one, but it costs 9. Good reason to draw a bunch of cards, though. Well, so how many rounds are there? 3 more rounds. Well, in those rounds, I might... Well, so the nice thing is, they can't buy cards. So if I just buy 1, spice must flow. Oh, you have to have at least 2 for that one. Well, if I buy 1, I get a victory point plus the victory point from buying it. If I buy 2, all right, the first 2 of these I'm able to buy. Each one is going to be worth 2 victory points to me. So that might be a route I want to go after for the last 3 rounds. Getting lots of persuasion. All right, well, anyway. Rapid mobilization happens during agents and reveals, so whatever, that gets played during this point because I'm at the reveal stage. So now I'll use plot. Deploy any number of your garrison troops. What's going to be all of them? It was a big fight. All right, so now I'm at reveal. So I have 7 troops. So that's 14 strength plus the 4 swords on there. So I have 18 strength. And then persuasion, I have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 2 there. So I have 7 persuasion. So I could buy Lady Jessica. Do I want her? Oh, I get 1 free influence. Well, okay, I could put Space and Guild up. put Spacing Guild up 1, and I'll get a victory point from that. If I play her, let's see, playing Lady Jessica, I can put an agent anywhere on the board over here, or Bene Gesserit. So anywhere except Fremen, Spacing Guild, or the Emperor. When you play her, you get to draw 2 cards. Maybe. No. Or if she's in the reveal, she's worth 3 persuasion and 1 strength. Smuggler's Ornithopter. If you have 2 influence with a Spacing Guild, I do not, but hopefully I can do something about that. If you play this, you also draw 2 cards. Okay. But it can only be played on these. Probably not. Worm Riders could be very useful. You get, I have an alliance with the Fremen, so if this is in the reveal, I get 6 extra strength. If I play it, I get 2 spice. Sardaukar Legion. And when you play this, you get 2 troops. I don't know if I care. I'm thinking Worm Riders or oh wait, what did Reverend Mother do? If you have another Bene Gesserit card in play, like Lady Jessica, each opponent discards 2 cards. Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, no, I don't want her. One of these 2. This will give me a victory point right away because I'll get to raise this Spacing Guild up 1. But this would be very useful for reveal. I'm going with Lady Jessica. Who plays her in the new movie? Alright, so I'll take that. So she goes in the discard pile. But immediately on purchase, I get to raise any influence by 1. I'm raising the Spacing Guild, so I'm up 6 victory points now. Alright, that's good. So if I win the fight, I'll have 8, and what's his name? Torvald will have 9. Okay. Alright, so is there anything else going on? I did my persuasion, I did my strength. Alright, so now they get to draw to up their strength. So first, Raban, nothing. Oh, that's what I want Torvald to get. Okay, Torvald, don't be a 4 or a 5. Nothing. Hey, they both got nothing. Nice. So I don't have to use up tiebreaker, so I still have that in hand. Alright, I win. Well, I win the conflict. Alright, so I get 2 victory points, and I now have control of Arakeen. So now anytime an agent goes there, I get 1 free Solari. Whether it's my agent or anyone else's. Okay, and then Torvald came in second. He gets an intrigue card. That gives him 3, so he's going to sell those for a victory point. So now he's tied with me at 8. Hey. And he gets 2 spice. Well, that gives him 8. So he can sell 7 of the 8 for another victory point. So he's at 9. And it's not whoever gets to 10 first wins. It's as soon as someone gets to 10, that will signal the end of the game. But then things like this, any end game stuff, could potentially give somebody else the victory if they go ahead of them. All right, and then he also gets, what else? 3 Solari. Well, at least he didn't have any Solari. Although if someone gets to 10, does it end immediately, or do you finish off the whole round? I don't know. Oh, yeah, because you don't check. It's part of recall. Check for endgame. It's part of the cleanup phase. Okay, so no. You play out the whole round. All right, so now troops can go away. Let me do this before I forget. So each of these gets an extra spice. This one does not because it has an agent there. Now we can put everything away. All right, agents for me. Agents there. Green. Mentot's back, and then troops. So I have nothing in my garrison. Torvald used up most of his troops. Raban still has 7 in there. But we'll see what there is to fight. All right, these are discarded. So are all these. Okay, these can all go back to 0, and now we're ready for round 8. Okay, what's a new conflict? All right. Winner raises 2 influence with any faction. Now, if it's one of them that wins, they have to do whatever faction is the lowest. Now, is that 2 for 1, or can you split it up? I don't remember. Let me, where is that? Choose any one of the 4 factions. When gaining 2 influence, you can't choose 2 different factions. Okay. So, if one of them wins, it's whatever they're lowest in. So, like if it's Raban, he would go up 2 in the Emperor, and he'd gain a victory point. If it is Torvald, his lowest, well, these 3 are all 2. So I would pick one of these 3 and raise it 2. Which I would not pick this one because that would be giving him a victory point. Since it's a tie, I would pick which one? I'd do one of these 2. Give him probably this one. That would tie him with me in influence, and then he'd get an intrigue card, but he doesn't have any of those. If I gave him a water, he'd have 2 water. 1 more water would be a victory point. Although it also depends on if their influence goes up in either one of these before we reach that stage. All right, so, oh, and an intrigue card for the winner. Okay. Now for me, like if I won, well, I could get a victory point from this. I could make another alliance with the Spacing Guild and get another victory point. Or move this one up and get a couple troops. I don't know. All right, second place gets an intrigue card and 3 spice. Okay, so that's what we're working on right now. Or I don't worry about it too much and build up my troops for another fight, because this one might not be worth it. Well, it depends. We'll see after a round or so. Let's see, I go second. We'll see after 1 round or so how it looks. If they're not putting any troops out there, then maybe I want to go for it. It's just unfortunately, I don't have any. However, and I only have 1 spice. This is worth 5. If I can get this, that's enough spice that I can get a lot of troops from that. Rally troops, of course, if I can get that. All right, there are only 3 more cards there, so I will be shuffling again pretty soon. Okay, diplomacy. Rackus liaison. Dune the desert planet. Sardaukar infantry and convincing argument. So neither one of these has an agent. Okay. So I'm just going to set those there for now. All right. Well, first, Torvald. Arakeen, well, that's a free Solari for me. So I'm up to 8. He gets a free a troop that's immediately going to go into the middle, plus it's a combat site, so he can place 2 that are garrisoned in there. Alright, so he has 3 troops there. At least he doesn't have any more in the garrison, though. And Signet Ring, he gets a free spice. Oh, he needs 7 spice for victory points, so that's not a big deal. Alright, my turn. Alright. Kind of wish I had 2 green ones, because I want to get... I feel like I may as well get the Mentat again, because it only costs me 1 Solari. I get to draw a card, and, well, the agent I placed there gets replaced with Thufir. But this is the only one I have for that, and I definitely want to rally troops. Well, Research Station could let me draw 3 cards, although again, this is the only one with a blue. That'll let me draw cards. This would let me draw cards with Diplomacy, except I need 2 spice. Well, okay. As long as they don't get in my way of this, I can play this first and rally troops. Then I can play Dune the Desert Planet and get 5 spice, because I do have 2 water I can spend there. Then I'd have enough spice. I can do this, except that's my 3rd agent. I'd be drawing, well, I do want to draw cards. I'd have to trash a card and then draw 2, and my influence goes up 1. Oh, but I already have an alliance with them. Going up 1 on there isn't that big a deal. Alright, Diplomacy would probably be better somewhere else. Oh, no, if I get this 5 spice, that's 6. I can do Highliner. And that'll put me at 3. I'd be 1 away from an alliance with them, unless somebody else beats me to it. That'd give me water, some more water. To replace the 2 I spend on that. Okay, so if they don't get in my way, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use this and rally troops. So that'll give me 4. If all goes well, I'll get 5 here that can all go in here, plus 2 from this that can go over in there. So I could have as many as 7 in here if I get lucky. Okay, so I am going to, let's see, it cost me 3 Solari. And I get 4 troops, but not a combat zone, so they are garrisoned. Alright, Glossu's first turn. Ah, darn, Harvest Spice. He's taking the 5 spice. That stinks. And it's a combat zone, so he's going to send in 2 of his troops that are garrisoned. I wanted that 5. I can still get 4, but that's not enough to use the Highliner. Oh no, I can't. Not 4. I can get 3 right here. Alright, well, he gets 5. That's going to give him 6, so that's not enough for a victory point. That's fine. He's in last place. Alright, well, that ruined part of my plan. Okay. Torvald, what is... Oops. That's an intrigue card. Still suits. Oh, that wasn't one I was interested in. He gets 1 influence with the Fremen. That does nothing for him. Puts him closer to me, though. He has to pass me, though, to take away my alliance. Ooh, that's another thing I could try to do. If I can pass him an influence with the Emperor, I would take away his... He would lose a victory point, and I would gain 1. Alright, that's all he gets. Okay, so now my plan's different because I'm not going to get those 5 troops. Torvald only gets 1 more turn. Glossu still has 2 agents to place, though. He could end up with a bunch of troops in there. Let's see. If Torvald comes in second, he'll get an intrigue card and 3 spice. Neither one of those will give him a victory point. Let's see, Raban, his influence is lowest here. Yeah, he'd get 1 victory point and an intrigue card. That would give him 2 of those. Yeah, I'm okay with if he wins the conflict and Torvald comes in second. So maybe I just want to save all my troops. I want to get the 3 spice. All right, so my choices. Oh yeah, I think I want to do that, and no. Let's see. I don't really want to spend the water on this, although it's 1 water for 3 spice. This is no water for 1 spice. The only other options for that are sell spice, well I don't have enough to sell, or get 3 Solari, and I still have 5. Well, okay, there's still 2 more rounds, potentially 2 more rounds. I need 3 each time I use that, and well, 1 if I want to use that. So maybe the 3 Solari would be good to take. But I'll wait on that. I don't remember seeing secure contract in here. So yeah, is this a space they actually go on? All right, so if I do diplomacy right now, where would I go? Hardy warriors would cost me a water. I'd go up 1 more just to stay ahead of Torvald, so, and I'd get 2 troops that I can put here or here, and I mean, well, I could have as many as 4 troops in here, or as many as 6 troops in my garrison. Okay, or secrets, I get an intrigue card, that could be useful. And I go up another one here, which, whatever. I get a fold space. I assume this goes in the discard? Doesn't go in your hand, does it? Because if it goes in your hand, then my last agent I could put anywhere. Acquire a fold space card from the reserve. I think it's just this is the only card that doesn't cost money. I think that's the only difference about it. But I don't think it would go in your hand. Nothing else does. I don't see anything. I'm not going to spend too much time looking here, but there's one place where it tells you to separate those cards. Where do you talk about acquiring cards? Acquiring cards, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't say anything there. I think the only thing special about this one is it's the one that you don't spend persuasion to purchase. So if I go to fold space, this would go in my discard pile, and maybe I'll get it to come up at some point. Because I will be shuffling, I only have 3 cards left. So I will be shuffling, however, well, the next round might be the last one, so that might not even come up. That would put me at 3 influence with the Spacing Guild. So yeah, I mean, 1 more and I'm close to taking that alliance. Okay, other options. Wealth, I get 1 more influence there. I'd still need 3 more to pass him and take that away. Can't do Conspire because I don't have 4 spice. Oh. I think I'm going to go with Secrets. No. Fold space. Even though this card I might not ever get to use. Getting to 3 influence, there's a chance next round that I could get to 4 influence, get that alliance and get a victory point from that. So I'm taking fold space. Although the intrigue card, no. Nah, I want the intrigue card. Screw it. So this goes up 1. Plot. Bindu suspension. At the start of your turn, draw a card. You may pass your turn. Instead of taking an agent or reveal turn. Oh, okay. So next turn I'm going to be first. Well, I can pass my turn and make myself last. And draw a card. Okay. Could be useful. I'd rather go last than first. Well, for some of this stuff. Okay. So diplomacy. I'm all done. So now Raban's second turn. Harvest spice again. Well, he gets 3 spice this time. And that's 2 more troops that are going to go in the middle. Alright, so he gets 3 spice. He has 6, so that'll give him 9. He's going to spend 7 for a victory point, so he has 2. And I like him having more troops there because I want him to win first place. I think. Well, he'll get a victory. Yeah, I want him to get first place. Actually, where would Torvald, what's his lowest influence? These 2. Yeah, I'd be raising this one up to 4. Well, he'll get nothing out of that. Actually, it might be good if he wins. Anyway, all right, shuffle these again. So Torvald can take his last turn, and then I get my last turn, my last agent. Okay, so this time Torvald gets Highliner. Ooh. Looks like he's going to probably win this fight. Alright, so he gets 1 influence with the Spacing Guild. He gets 3 troops, and they're all going to go into combat. So yeah, it actually might be better if he wins, because yeah, if he gets 2 influence, well, now his lowest is Bene Gesserit, so this would go up 2. It'll get him an intrigue card, but nothing else. No victory points. And then he'd get another intrigue card. That would give him 2 intrigue cards. 1 away from another victory point. But, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. And then Raban won't get any points. He'll get 3 spice and an intrigue. Yeah, he'll get nothing. for victory points. All right. My last turn. All right, so all I have to play is Dune, the desert planet. Oh, and you know what? Last time I bought a card, I didn't draw another one after I bought Lady Jessica. So there should be another one up here. Gene manipulation. Well, I used up all my persuasion last turn. All right, so I'm going to play Dune, the desert planet, or I could just pass and not play it. Well, now there's no spice to get. Well, I can get one spice from there, or I can place it here and get 3 Solari. I think I'd rather do that. Well, having 2 spice would be enough to get selective breeding, because I have 1. Assuming something comes up that I can play there. Nah, I'd rather have the Solari. Alright, 3 Solari for me, and that's all that happens. Okay, so I'm not even in this fight, but at least I have 4 garrisoned troops. Okay, so I'm all done. One more turn for them, or for one of them. Karthig. He gets to recruit 1 troop in its combat, so he'll put 2 more in. Well, at least they're using up all their troops. That part's good. Let them fight it out on this one, and I just won't partake. Yeah, so all that's left for the next turn, next round, 1 garrisoned troop between the 2 of them. Okay. So now reveal. My strength does nothing because I don't have any troops in here, so I'm still at 0. And currently they're at, let's see, 14 and 12. Alright, but I do have 3 persuasion plus the 2, so I have 5. What did gene manipulation do? Okay, place on in the Landsdrat or on one of the cities. You trash a card. If you play it, put an agent. You trash a card, and if you have another Genrid Bezrit card in play, 2 spice. Now, does it only count when you play, or... Yeah, I guess. Okay. 2 free spice, so that costs 3. Worm Riders I can't buy, that's 6. Sardaukar Legions. I also want to be able to draw a bunch of cards so that maybe I can get enough persuasion to buy the Spice Must Flow. That'll be worth 2 points for me. Sardaukar Legion. It can be played on the Emperor or the Landsdrat. You get 2 free troops. If you reveal it, you can deploy up to 3 troops from your garrison to the conflict. I think I'd rather have that than gene manipulation. I wish I could get Worm Riders. Yeah, I'm going to buy Sardaukar Legion. Wait. Or there's Smuggler's Ornithopter. Can only be played on these triangle spaces. If you have 2 influence with the Spacing Guild or more, I do, and you play this, you get to draw 2 cards. Yeah, I'm going to take that one instead. That costs 4, and then now I get to draw. Put another one in the market. Ooh, what's this? Fada King Death Commando. Fremen Bond. Does that mean I have an alliance with the Fremen? This is worth 3 strength if it's revealed and 1 persuasion. Don't really care about that. Alright. So now I can discard these. Oh, and these. And next turn I'll be going first, but well, it depends on what I draw. I might be using this. Actually, I guess I could use this on my second turn. To skip my second turn, and then, well, my second and third turns will go after their second and third turns. I don't know. Alright. So, they each get to draw one of these to up their strength. So for Raban, 2. He's up to 16. And then, what's his name? Torvald gets 1. So 13. And then before I forget, I'm going to put a spice on here because there's no agent there. All right, so let's clear off all their troops that they used in the conflict. And the winner gets 2 influence with whatever they're lowest in. Okay, so Raban gets 2 with the Emperor. He gets a victory point. And then he gets an intrigue card. So he has 2 intrigue cards. 3 is worth a victory point for them. And then Torvald gets an intrigue card. That's only 1 for him. And he gets 3 spice. That's 5 spice for him. 2 more and he gets a victory point. Although, when are they supposed to spend that? Is it right when they get it? Where's a solo play? Spending resources. At any time when a rival has the indicated resources, they'll spend them to earn a victory point. So yeah, as soon as they earn them. Which is what I've been doing. Okay. Only 2 potential rounds left. Ooh, 2 victory points and control again. Battle for Carthage. Oh, clean up all these. Winner gets 2 victory points and control of Carthage, which will be a Solari if anyone puts an agent there, but at this point, that's not really going to matter. But the 2 victory points, I want that. I'm in the best shape for it with the most troops. Unfortunately, though, I don't have the spice to do Highliner, but I have plenty of Solari to get 4 extra troops there. However, you don't get to deploy those. Well, it's going to depend on what I draw. All right. So winner, 2 victory points. So it's over after this round unless Raban is the one that wins that. Second place gets an intrigue card and 3 spice. Well, no, 3 spice would be enough for Torvald to get a victory point. All right. So the only way it might not be over is if Raban gets first place and I get second place. Then it might not be over after this round. Okay. So I need as many victory points as I can get right now. But if I can get 2 from that... I wanted the research station. I'll get to deploy a couple troops and draw 3 cards. I am, going to want that. I want lots of cards to get lots of persuasion so I can buy the spice must flow. That would give me 2 victory points. If I can win the fight, that's 4 victory points. That should be enough to win. All right, but where are we? Let's see. This is on me. I'm going first this time. I have to draw cards. How many do I have here? 3, so I need to shuffle and draw 2 more. I'm curious, how long does this game say it's supposed to take? Granted, it's the very first time I'm playing it, and I'm playing solo. It doesn't say on this. Dune. Must be on the back of the box. It says 1 to 2 hours. First time playing, takes longer. Plus I'm streaming and talking a bunch. That makes it go slower. Alright, I need 2 more cards. And that'll be the last shuffle. Ooh, I got lots of persuasion here. Okay, I got reconnaissance. Alright, well that's a blue one. I can use that for the research station. Guild administrator, that can go in the spacing guild, and that can get me a victory point from getting an alliance with a spacing guild and 3 Solari, which I don't really need. Okay, Arrakis liaison, that's another one that can go there, or up here to rally some more troops, or get the Mentat. Another one of those, okay. And Sardaukar infantry, that's just going to be part of reveal. But that gives me persuasion and strength. Alright. Choices. So. If I can get fold space with Guild Administrator. Ooh, that one makes you trash a card though. And I don't have anything in the discard pile currently. But if at some point I can get fold space, that'll give me a victory point. Unless somebody else gets it first. Oh, wait, no, that's not me. I'm blue. I need 2 with them. So never mind. Alright, well one of these 2 I think I'll use on the Mentat because that'll give me a card. Although I'll lose 2 persuasion. Currently, like if I played nothing, I currently have enough to buy the Spice Must Flow. But I'm certainly not playing nothing. Alright, I'm going to use reconnaissance first, I think, and do research station. I think that's my play. I mean, I could play this and wait, but I want to get this before somebody else takes it off the board. Takes it out of play by drawing something here that puts it there. But this will let me draw a card, but I could wait and do that later. Yeah, this is only worth 1 persuasion, so I'm playing this one and putting an agent on here. So I'll draw 3 cards. I can deploy troops, which I do want to do. Oh, wait, there's also that part. Yeah, I want to be able to deploy troops. If I get lucky, I can get that 1 card I just bought, the Sardaukar. Oh, no, I didn't buy that one. Never mind. What did I buy? Oh, the Ornithopter. You know what? I kind of wish I had this now. Because that would let me deploy troops from here. If it's part of the reveal. Oh well. Too late now. Alright. So if I play this and go here. I also want to be able to deploy troops, but both of these, I can put stuff on these that'll give me troops. Yeah, I want to start with this one. Okay, so I get to draw 3 cards. It costs 2 water, so I'm all out of water. Costs 2 water. I can put 2 troops in the middle for my garrison, which I am going to do. And I get to draw 3 cards. Alright, which also makes it so that maybe I could use Guild Administrator at some point. Although I don't care about a fold space, and I need 2 to get up there, so probably not. Oh, whoops, you know what? I just realized that 1 card I played earlier, Power Play. I don't think I trashed it like I was supposed to. Alright, if I draw Power Play, I need to just throw it in the trash and draw something else, because I was supposed to trash it. Ooh, Lady Jessica. Ooh, I want to use that. I'll draw 2 more cards, although she also gives 3 persuasion. Another Sardaukar infantry. Nice. It's looking good for this fight. I already have 4 strength that I won't be using those cards for anything, and Dune the Desert Planet. That would be a good card to scrap with the Guild Administrator. Alright, I liked that turn. Okay. Now it is Raban. Carthage. He recruits, whoops, it says on here, he recruits 1 troop plus 2 from his garrison. Well, he only has 1, so he has 2 troops in play. That's fine. And I want to empty out my garrison because this is almost assuredly the last round. Okay, Torvald's turn. So, that was fine. Secrets. Bene Gesserit, let's see, he is green. That's no big deal. And he gets, that's all he gets, is 1 influence with the Bene Gesserit. And that wasn't one that I was going to play, so that is fine. Okay. My turn again. Alright, Lady Jessica can go anywhere. Or, well, selective breeding, but I need 2 spice for that. Oh, if I played her on selective breeding, I would have to trash 1 card, but I'd get to draw 4 cards. I need 1 spice for that, though. Well, 1 more spice. If I go to the Imperial Basin, I get to put 2 more troops in here. The only problem is then my last card is Lady Jessica. Let's see, so if I played this to go to the Imperial Basin, yeah, I put 2 more troops in there, which could be enough, but they still each have 2 turns, they might get some troops. I will have, though, 4, well, I'll have 8, I'll have 12 strength already, plus whatever I get from the 4 more cards I'm drawing. If I do rally troops, I get 4 more troops to put in the garrison, but then I don't really have a way of moving them to combat. So I don't really care about the rallying troops. I could get the Mentat, but that's going to require one of these 3 to do it. I mean, I would get to draw 3 cards instead of 4. Yeah, and this also requires that I trash 1. I don't know, I don't need selective breeding. Mentat would be better. So if I play Lady Jessica on there, I get the Mentat, so I'll get to take another turn. I'll draw 3 cards. Yeah, and I'll still have 2 agents left. And I could spend this at some point to draw another card. I will lose out on 3 influence, but I'm going to be drawing 3 more cards. How much? I mean, persuasion. How much do I have right now? 5, 7, plus 2. I have 9 currently. 10 currently. And I'll be drawing more cards. So, yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. Although I could hold off because there's no Mentat card in here. So this spot will be open no matter what. I could go somewhere else first. Maybe go to Airkeen. Get a troop. Plus put these 2 in. Get a troop, put these 2 in, so I'd have 5 troops in here and draw another card. I have to lose 2 of my persuasion for that. But I should be drawing enough cards that hopefully I get enough extra persuasion to buy the spice must flow. I think I'll be okay. All right. Arrakis Liaison. Arakeen. Yeah, I'd definitely rather have the card than the water. Okay, so I get a troop. I get to recruit a troop, which is going to go into the fight. Plus, I can move in up to 2 from the garrison and draw a card. What do we have here? All right, Arrakis Recruiter. Well, there's 1 persuasion back and a strength. So I think I'm pretty good on the fight. All right. Well, so that did cost me 1 persuasion. But yeah, if I use Lady Jessica, I'll still have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I still have enough, even with using Lady Jessica, without even drawing more cards. So okay, I think I'm good there. All right, Raban. Oh, and Arakeen, an agent went on Arakeen, so I get a free Solari. That's unnecessary. All right, Raban gets Hardy Warriors. 2 troops. Okay, so Hardy Warriors, his influence goes up 1 with the Fremen, and he gets 2 troops. No, he shouldn't have that much influence with the Fremen. They hate him. Alright, well, he's a little closer to me now. I don't like that, but I do have 5 extra strength there, plus 2 from tiebreaker, so I do have 7 extra strength. And I'm already beating him by 2. Alright, so I'm 9 up on him currently. Second turn for Torvald. Still suits. Well, can't play on the Fremen. They're taking up all the Fremen. Oh wait, what does he get for that? Just influence with Fremen, so nothing. Well, he ties me, but he needs to pass me to take away my alliance with the Fremen. Oh, but he does get a water. That's alright. He has 1, so 1 more water, and he'll get a victory point. Ooh, and it looks like he's completely out of this fight, so he's going to get nothing. So it looks like he's going to be stuck on 9. So, unless something really changes in this last round of actions, it looks like I win. Okay, my turn. So Lady Jessica, well, I can do 1 of 2 things. What am I playing Lady Jessica on? I think I was doing Mentat. Well, if I'm going to play her on Mentat, I should just wait. So I'm going to do Bindu Suspension instead. Yeah. I draw a card, and I can pass my turn if I want, which I'm going to. So I'm not going right now. I will draw a card. Ooh, I got the Smuggler's Thopter. So if I play this on one of these spaces, I get to draw 2 cards because I have influence with the Spacing Guild. Or it's worth 1 persuasion and 1 spice if it's part of the reveal. Man, I have so many cards. Alright, so now I am passing my turn. So instead, Raban's going to go next. Wealth. All he gets is 1 influence with the Spacing Guild. That gives him nothing. Alright, so that's good. I'm winning this fight. So that's 2 victory points for me. Torvald. And that'll give me 10. So it is going to be over. Karthig. Karthig's already occupied. Rally troops. Well, that's fine. He gets 4 troops that go in his garrison that are never going to do anything. Alright. So now, yeah, I currently have, how much? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 13 persuasion. I can buy one of these during the reveal phase. I already have, 10 strength, plus that 5 is 15, or if I didn't play Lady Jessica, 16. Only 8 here, so there's no way Raban can beat me there, so I have 4 victory points in hand. But, alright, I'm going to play Lady Jessica. I don't think I'll do the Mentat, because I don't need to draw another card and take another turn. Where do I want to go? I can't go to the selected breeding because I need 2 spice. I can go anywhere else, anywhere over here. I don't know, there's really nothing I need. Whatever, I'll go here and get a troop and a water. Why not? But I also get to draw 2 cards. But that's all my agents. I got a diplomacy. Okay, well, alright, so I basically traded. I got 1 more troop here, which is unnecessary. I got a water, which is completely unnecessary. I lost 2 persuasion. I kept 1 strength. Whatever. That is a lot of cards in my hand. Alright, that's everybody's agents. So now we go to the conflict. Well, excuse me. We go to I get to reveal. So I have 12 strength from my troops plus 2, 4, 6. I have 18 strength. Raban currently has 8. Torvald is not part of this fight. Persuasion, I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 2 there, so I have 11. Well, I can buy The Spice Must Flow, and immediately upon purchasing this, I get a victory point. So I'm at 9. And that goes in my discard pile, which I don't have a discard pile. There. That goes in my discard pile, and then I still have 2 more persuasion that I really have no need of spending, but hey, why not? I'll buy an Arrakis Liaison. Okay, and then the conflict. So now, I can discard all my cards, get them out of the way. Oh, wait. I also get a spice. Oh, you know what? Since I was just using Lady Jessica there, I should have done the Smuggler's Ornithopter instead, because I would have drawn, I could have played it here, taken 2 spice, and still drawn 2 cards. It didn't make a difference. But yeah, that's what I really should have done if this were going to be closer. Okay, so now only Raban draws 1 of these to up his strength. He only gets 1 extra strength, so he's at 9. Torvald's not in the fight. He doesn't draw anything. So, I am the victor of the conflict. I have twice the strength. Alright, so I get 2 victory points. I am blue, so that's 11. I get control of Carthage, which really doesn't matter. Raban gets an intrigue card. He only has 1. Oh, that's not him. He has 2, so that's going to be a victory point. He gets 1 card. He'll get to cash all those in for a victory point, so that's 8 for him. And he gets 3 spice. Well, that'll give him 5 spice, so that's nothing. Torvald gets nothing. And now at the end of a round, someone has at least 10 victory points, so that signals the end of the game. And then I also have Corner the Market, which says if I have more of the Spice Must Flow than each opponent, I mean, they can't have any because they don't have a hand. I assume this still takes place. Additional rules for rivals. Yeah, corner the market. For the oh, okay. Nope. This is in the special rules for solo play. For this particular card, for the purposes of this intrigue card, treat the rivals as though they have 2 of the Spice Must Flow cards. So no, this doesn't actually give me anything. I don't have more Spice Must Flow than each opponent. They have 2. And I don't have at least 2 of them. Whatever. I got 1 victory point from it. All right. Expert troop. Okay. All right, so I don't get any extra victory points, but still, I have 11. That's the most. I win. All right, so first time playing the game. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to play it again, but I did play on easy difficulty, mercenary or novice. So let's see. If I played on the next difficulty setting, Sardaukar, the differences would have been I don't get the extra resources, so I started off, everybody starts off with a water. I also started off with 1 spice and 1 Solari because I was playing on easy. So I wouldn't have those extra resources, I'd just get 1 water. The Mentat would cost 5 Solari to purchase instead of just 2, or if you're Duke, Leto, Atreides, 4 instead of 1. Okay, what else? They each start with 3 troops in their garrisons. On easy, they start with 0. They get their Swordmaster 1 turn earlier than they did, and they also start with 1 intrigue card. That's a lot of differences. So I'm gonna have to try doing it on Sardaukar another time. But hopefully I played everything correctly. I'm gonna have to go through the rule book again and see if I was doing everything right. But I don't know. I think I did okay with that. But yeah, first time, all I did was read through the rule book a couple times before playing. All right, so pretty cool game. Trying to remember how much this was. And they have, as I said earlier, like all this stuff that has the little wooden tokens and stuff. You can get miniatures for pretty much everything, but I'm pretty sure miniatures cost more than the game. I want to check it out real quick. Let's see, so what is it? Yeah, Direwolf. All right, quick check. Direwolf Games. Dune. Or how about Direwolf Dune Miniatures? All right, Direwolf Digital. Dune Imperium. Where's your shop? Come on. I pre-ordered this a while ago. As soon as I saw this was coming out, sold out. So it doesn't even say how much it is. Oh, it was $50. And it looks like the upgrade pack. So the game sold out, but you can buy all the miniatures. The miniatures are another $50, so it doubles the price to get miniatures. I think I'm good with all these little wooden tokens for everything. Instead of having a bunch of, and I feel like if you had a bunch of miniatures, I feel like it would get so crowded. All the troops making a mess over here. I don't know, I'm good with these. Now, how Dune did this feel? I'll have to play again to get a really good opinion on that, but yeah, it felt kind of Dune-ish. I don't feel like it immersed me in Dune as much as Aliens immersed me in Aliens. But yeah, pretty fun. All right, so let's see. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to play again today. And then next week, maybe I'll play this again on stream, or maybe I'll find another new game to play, because there's still the game that came in the mail yesterday that I want to play. right, so that is going to be it for now. Huh. Looks like my stream is being silly. I hope it's been fine. I guess I'll find out when I download it. Okay, and oh, I know why it's bad. That's why my stream isn't green and it keeps having buffering issues, because my VPN is pretending I'm in the Bahamas so I could watch the baseball game. Because the Dodgers were blacked out. All right, silly me, I forgot to turn off my VPN. Anyway, that's enough for now. Until next time, sayonara. Wow, that sounded terrible. Sayonara.